Riverside. Powered by 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 Riverside.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Given or taken? Given or taken? Can I be heard? Thank you. We have had a lot of news in the world of professional wrestling to discuss. A lot of news in the world of professional wrestling. It doesn't shock me. You can see with the title of the thumbnail that we put out. It doesn't shock me to my core that WWE is releasing wrestlers and talent. So there's no it isn't shocking. You've seen this play out since COVID. You've seen this play out since 2020. Not shocking. Like, what's wrong with my voice on air on this podcast? Episode 35. The Wrestle with Spades podcast. We've been going at it since... Let's remember. We've been going at it since 3 years or something. We were called the Wrestling with Tears podcast before. Now it's the Wrestle with Spades podcast. It's a rebrand of the name. It's no longer It's So Theater, is it? It's not. It's no longer Is It So Theater. It's not. It's no longer what it's theater. It's more like it's breaking your news out here and there. It's not like it's theater or whatever, but it's what it is. So, I'm going to have this for 3 years. Rebranded the Wrestle with Spades podcast, formerly known as the Wrestling with Theaters podcast. And again, let's get back to the joke of the week. It doesn't shock me to my core, even though the joke's pretty much there, right? The joke of the week is that people are shocked that WWE is releasing talent. People are shocked. I mean, what fucking idiots these just no-brain, dead-brain, fucking clueless fucks who don't apparently see this every single fucking year happening. I'm shocked that they don't know that this happens every single fucking year. But apparently everybody is shocked. Oh my god. The WWE has made releases. No. This is an every weekly, not every weekly, it's an every year time period. This is called the WrestleMania effect, where they cut after spending as much money they did for WrestleMania. We call it Commercial Mania, a fucking soulless product than more than ever. We're going to get into that later on. But again, that's just the joke, right? Drum joke pretty plays it for you. That's just the goddamn joke. It's not, again, let's be real here, not shocking. But again, to these fucking ghouls online and people who are just fucking clueless or who are just WWE dick-sucking cunts out there, they believe that it's all TKO. And it's nothing to do with WWE. Mind you, we've been seeing this going on since 2020, and this is the fucking thing they do. They cut, and they cut. There's always been cuts after a WrestleMania. Not shocking. Not at all. You know, I'm surprised that Carmelo isn't making those cuts somehow. I mean, you took the US Championship off the guy after the work he put through on a fucking dead awful show, Friday Night SmackDown. It doesn't bother me as much, but you'll be getting the unscripted kayfabe review from that for sure. We're gonna talk about and there's gonna be Rant and Raven coming for that. You betcha. But it doesn't bother me. But what bothers me is that they book scenarios like this where they have talent come out there and wrestle the best, give you the best pro wrestling on the show, and now it's gone. Carmelo was the highlight of it, and it's gone. It's fucking lifeless, and it's gone now. So one thing that kept Friday nights intriguing was we're gonna see banger pro wrestling. We're gonna see Carmelo Hayes go out there and deliver a banger open challenge match. He's gonna fucking slap the fist. He's gonna have great matches with Dragunov and Sami Zayn and Aleister Black. Cough, cough. We got released too. We're getting to the releases. We're talking about the goddamn releases. So there's no jokes here. I think we should stop that. At least if you see a studio running a advert about something. Hey, we're not running something that we're not fucking giving you advertisements as much as the WWE forces on you. Commercials. Pretty much. You might avoid those commercials, rather. I will tell you my opinion on something. I was one of the most few, maybe the only person who watched the show on delay. And I didn't have a big problem with the commercials and whatnot. And I didn't get to see the Hogan documentary because I watched the shit on delay. I could skip. So luckily I chose to watch this shit on delay where I could skip it and not be so offended towards it. I watched this shit on delay and I could skip it. It was not something that I was upset about. Chat, I hope you get that. But again, I saw all these commercials and I'm like, okay, these are the same fucking commercials. Again and again, I'm getting sick of it. It's like I could tell that there were enough commercials on the show, but again, I was able to skip through it because I was like, I watched the show on delay. Lucky me, I guess. But again, doesn't excuse WWE for even thinking of doing this. This is called WrestleMania, the most premium live event of professional wrestling that you put on every year on any company. And you're supposed to give us no ads, just great pro wrestling and great fucking moments. And just give us incredible atmospheric moments and give us sports entertainment like none other, like how Vince used to say it. The biggest spectacle of all sports entertainment. Give us that. That's what WrestleMania means. Give us great pro wrestling and give us some goddamn entertainment. But again, greatest spectacle of all sports entertainment. WrestleMania. I got the Vince impression, huh? Probably sucked. Yeah, the joke was not on me. But the joke maybe was. The impression fucking sucked. I guess. But as grovel, I can tell you, it's WrestleMania. It's not enough. But honestly, again, there's nothing to lose your minds over these releases. In terms of lose your minds, I would say, you know what, pause on that. No, you should, because I'll be bringing up some names and why you could be losing your minds over this. And why this is fucking just ludicrous. And, oh my god, sitting through this every fucking week episodic. Let's get into it. Slowly. But again, back to Commercial Mania. It doesn't give any ounce of, soul on WrestleMania to make me believe that there's commercials and they make me believe that this is a great show because the soul was lost. Like, we are gone. Bro, we're cutting fucking entrances on this show. Night 1 was a fucking colossal, close to a dump, in a way. For a lot of people, I think it's not bad. Not bad. I mean, if it was watching live, it probably would be awful for me too. Cody and Randy put up a really just listen. The match only works for you if you fucking forget the feud even exists. You forget everything. You forget Pat McAfee. You forget that we got this build, and that's what I had to do. So for me, if you remember the build, the match fucking sucks, I guess. But if you don't remember the build, I think the match is pretty fine in terms of just, hey, I have an idea. Just maybe keep it to Randy turning heel on Cody, and then Cody doesn't come back till WrestleMania. Let's keep it that. Pat McAfee gets Pat McAfee comes out of nowhere. Why is he involved in this? We don't know. It's shocking. Just suspend your disbeliefs because WWE is not going to make you fucking feel any good about it. That's why I watched this match. And I felt like, not bad. It's good. I think the aspect of what they were going for was damn great, but other than that, I mean, you talk about Liv and Stephanie, you talk about getting so many fucking commercials on this show, getting a Hulk Hogan dog that fucking ran through the entire fucking show. You talk about unsanctioned not being really unsanctioned, quote unquote. Like, dim the fucking lights, first of all. You're building a feud. You build a rivalry as these motherfuckers are gonna kill each other. They freaking took their both asses off the ledge of, like, I don't know, some fucking straight up dump. Fell on the concrete road. Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu. And it's like, you build a feud with so much hate and so much, like, where you can feel what Jacob Fatu feels. You bring realism of Jacob Fatu's backstory. You make Drew McIntyre target that. But then again, you give us something that's not as exciting as WrestleMania. It's pretty good for maybe a Backlash pay-per-view. You give us something that's not unsanctioned, really. I mean, honestly, blood should have been in this match. I'm not going to over the tag team, the six-man tag match with Aisha Spade. It's not needed to go over. I think Spade fucking delivered for what he was supposed to. It was going to be a fun match. We're not going over that. Matches like Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. I mean, at first I fucking hated that match. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But again, didn't give as much time to work through, even though I think the match felt pretty well for an AJ Lee match would be. Because, I mean, I don't know how long you can have AJ Lee go until you make her look fucking awful in the ring then. That's where you show her that she is fucking green as grass. She can't fucking work as the same way Becky can. And can go longer. So I think it was fine for what it was worth it at the end of the day. But it isn't excuse to anything what I'm mentioning here. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch could have gone a bit longer too. I'm giving them 11 minutes. I don't think you need to go much longer. Maybe 12, 13 we're talking. A match that should have gone fucking 35 to 40 minutes. And I mean, rub it in Pat McAfee's face. Hey, we got a pro wrestling match. A 45-minute Iron Man match on WrestleMania. That you apparently you watched the other product. in the elites. You watch All Elite Wrestling. You don't watch WWE. You watch AEW. So that would have been a way to tell Pat McAfee, hey, maybe you're right about that. But I guess that's the joke, huh? There ain't no jokes here, chat. Nothing's funny about this. Soulless as it comes. So again, it could have gone longer. Again, Gunther and Rollins could have been a fucking 40 minute match, honestly. And should have been. You tell a story that these guys are the best pro wrestlers out there. The match was fucking great. Gunther is fucking great. Whoever thinks Gunther is boring, man, you don't get jack shit about pro wrestling. You don't know head to toe. You don't know fucking headlock. You don't know fucking how to work a technical style. You don't know shit. If you're fucking bored with Gunther, then maybe you should stick to watching your fucking flippy dips on AEW. Have Mike Speedball and two fucking speedballs over there run it on Collision. Have them fucking trios speedballs run at Collision. But again, Gunther is fucking great. He's fucking great. Rollins has always been one of the best. He's honestly modern day Mr. WrestleMania, if you ask me. I think you could ask a lot of people and they will tell you he is the modern day Mr. WrestleMania. He delivers greatness in his matches at WrestleMania. Match after match after match. It's undeniable. You know, Cody Rhodes says that he became from undesirable to undeniable. Rollins became freaking undeniable for being main event WrestleMania. Not even main event WrestleMania, being Mr. WrestleMania. Should be in the main event more often, honestly. He's real humble, I gotta say. Unlike the guy who books the creative team. Because both of them are in the same spot. I mean, he was in the same spot Triple H was, so, or is. But Triple H thought he's the fucking deal. Motherfucker, you weren't the deal. You weren't a draw. You floundered the ratings on Monday night. Go check Nielsen ratings from 2004. Check it out. How from the Attitude Era, and soon as Triple H was World Heavyweight Champ with the reign of terror, you fucking floundered the ratings. Dragged them to the mud. Until Cena didn't fucking become the guy. Raw was fucking going down and down. Tells you why Cena is the guy and you ain't. Even though Cena got booed later on, whatever. But again, Rollins is fucking great. Gunther's fucking great. Both are 5-star, 6-star, the most perfect professional wrestlers out there. Rollins has become more of a technical pro wrestler too. Love that. And again, this match could have gone 40 minutes. Because you tell a story where you have a favor for Rollins. In terms of Gunther does a random favor out of nowhere for Paul Heyman. And attacks Rollins. So now, and Gunther explains him why he did it. Because he feels like you are not the best. You quote unquote, you won your World Heavyweight Championship reign. You fucking bitch like a little bitch that you were, Seth. You are not. Your phony championship reign, your phony wrestling, you're not the best. You're not the best professional wrestler. When you're building a fucking story on who's the best professional wrestler, my God, you gotta give it 40 minutes or something, seriously. Like, come on. But no, they gotta give more time to fucking Hulk Hogan, who was dead rolling in his fucking grave, I guess. Hey, he's not rolling, he's fucking just screaming with his back. Oh, my back. It doesn't work for me, brother. I'm fucking rolling in my grave, but it doesn't fucking work for me, brother, that WrestleMania is being headlined with my documentary, and I'm still going over, brother. So again, to my point, very soulless. You build a story like this and you fucking do nothing. You build a pro wrestling story meant on professional wrestling soul alone. Professional wrestling was your only way to build a story, or the favorite too. You had that too. But again, you build it around Gunther feeling the way he felt about Rollins, call him a phony world champion. He ain't nothing. He is not anything. He had a phony reign. He's fucking slandering around that he's the best pro wrestler. He can't lace Gunther's boots. He's not on the level of Gunther. Gunther is the best professional wrestler on the fucking planet. He's the ring general, and Rollins can fucking even scrap that little thing off of Gunther ever. Or he can even fucking get to that. He can even get to the level of the ring general. That's a story you tell. And then you give me a 16-minute match, which was fucking great. But my God, you could have had him give 40 minutes. Point exactly. Commercial. Hogan. Fucking static screen on ESPN. This is not a WrestleMania review or the Unscripted Kayfabe. You can go check that out. It was already done. It was 2 hours and 1 minute. We went over every fucking thing. But again, I'm going to prove to you why commercial, even on night 2, commercial. Maybe Sammy and Trick could have gone longer. That match was pretty good. Could have gone fucking longer. It could have been a goddamn, undeniable, amazing fucking match. One of Sami Zayn's best WrestleMania matches ever. But again, commercial, static screen, Chumba Casino, the general that fucking, they have the Donner's general, who they got fucking all over there. Movie ads, commercial. This is fucking WrestleMania, man. It's not a commercial show. We're here to be sports entertained, in the words of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Sports entertain us. Fucking geeks. Book the show, entertain us, and give us some incredible pro wrestling moments and professional wrestling on the show for us to say, hey, oh my God, this WrestleMania was incredible. This is what WrestleMania is all about. But no, commercial. Hogan still gotta over. He's fucking dead, but he still gotta go over. It doesn't work for him, brother. R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan, no, but still. You get the gist of it. So that's what Commercial Mania for WrestleMania was. I think we've gone over every freaking thing on this show. There's a freaking good God. I mean, Seth freaking Rollins is a name that definitely that I don't even say as much. I just said Seth Rollins, but doesn't matter. Went over every freaking match. Again, I said freaking. Whatever. And I didn't actually. We didn't go over something that I'm still pissed about. Liv and Stephanie. You have a blood-boiling feud where you have a feud between Liv and Stephanie where eventually they got emotion out of Liv and it felt personal. It felt like these women really wanted to fuck each other up big time, like wanted to rip their faces off. Felt like this could be a main event for WrestleMania of how the feud you build. You built the feud off hatred and just jealousy and hatred and all other emotions that were involved. You brought their mothers into it. It was getting fucking personal. It was getting rowdy on SmackDown. Liv getting fucking bumped into Roxanne. Her head fucking going smashing on the face of Roxanne. It's like, you do all that, and then you have these women come out there. They fucking start off the match, and you give me a 6-minute fucking, not even 6, 4 or 5 minute pro wrestling match for a build that you fucking build, probably the best build that you had. One of the best builds that you had. One of the best women's builds that you've had ever at WrestleMania, in my opinion. And not in my opinion, I think the build was fucking phenomenal. The build, the feud, how they build the storyline for WrestleMania, for the feud, it was fucking great. It had real emotion out of Liv and Stephanie. It had real, feeling for what Liv felt, how Stephanie felt. Stephanie wrestling in the fucking dumps in South America. It was real connection with the audience. It felt like real emotion, and it was genuine, and it felt freaking genuine. It felt fucking genuine. I was like freaking again. Sorry. It felt fucking genuine, and it was a emotion it was a great emotion for a women's pro wrestling feud. I haven't seen that feeling probably since Mariah May and Toni Storm. Maybe Asuka and Rhea and whatever. Io. Sure. We're gonna get to that sooner. But again, you build a feud off this shit, and then you fucking don't do anything about it. Gee, I don't know what to say about it. I just don't fucking know what to say about it. You do everything, but you don't do anything about it, honestly. It's like, what else we got? We got this match, we got Jacob Fatu, we got this match, and we got Seth and Gunther. We got 7 matches on this show, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, chat. You got the 4-way. Women's. Which, better say, I rather would have had. Now, I'm just putting an idea that you're all of a sudden fucking stroking your cocks off for booking great tag team pro wrestling in the women's division and giving us great tag teams in women's division all of a sudden. Because AEW decides to introduce the women's tag team belts. Now you want to show the pro wrestling world, hey, come watch us. We got the best. We are the best. You're going to feel something here. In WWE, you're going to feel something here. Yeah, only because AEW fucking brought those tag team belts in the first place. They were fucking dead. Nobody cared about the belts, and neither did you. Neither did you. You didn't care about the belts, too. You gave 2 shits about them. You would not even be okay to putting them on pay-per-views now and then. You didn't give a crap about those championship belts. You didn't even have a strong women's division for this tag team. Unless AEW brought the women's tag team division, and then since November, you're like, hey, we gotta get the women's tag team. Man, fucking hypocritical. It just shows you that they get fucking just poked and poked. They are just, AEW is a wrestling company that fucking just annoys the shit out of WWE in terms of they can't see anything good happen on the other show, on the competition. Fuck that, I guess. They don't care about caring about the competition. They don't care about seeing anything good happening on that show. They want to show you that, hey, we have better women's tag team division that they got. Well, really? It's that fucking better? Oh my God, it's been goddamn 6+ years or 6 to 7 years, and I haven't seen jack shit done with these tag team championship belts, except Bayley and Mercedes, who's in AEW. Sasha Banks, you know the gist of it. But again, they got to show this off. They got to show themselves off that they're the fucking team of the town. They're the goddamn team. This is the team. We have a great women's division. Yeah, that didn't exist until those AEW women's tag team belts and the tournament and the fucking final was going to happen. Bro, they could give two craps about the women's tag team division. I guarantee you that fucking division in AEW did not exist. The women's tag team championships would be meaningless on the show. But again, they gotta stroke their fucking dicks off, jerk off to the fans and say, hey, you like it, huh? You don't hate WWE enough, people. We can't hate them enough. I mean, you don't. In terms of, oh my God, hypocrisy. Yes, chat, hypocrisy. And blankly, all of a sudden now we're supposed to believe that the women's tag team division has some fucking life into it. All of a sudden, it has been dead for a majority of the 6 to 7 years so far. Or was, at least, I guess. It was dead. Nobody gave two shits about it. Nobody was... But all of a sudden, since AEW brings the women's tag team divisions in, it's like, we gotta show them that we are the best. You're not better than us, pal. Look at you, that good old Vince impression. We gotta bury our competition. Corporate, good old, evil juggernaut WWE, chat. What does the Merce say about that? It's like, so, I mean, they got the tag team division fucking doing great shit overall. And I'm not going to take that away from them now, but again, I know why they did it. Because they just want to show that they're the best game in town for tag team pro wrestling. AEW, what is that? We don't know what that is. Hey, come check us out. We are putting the best tag team. Yes, the only reason you're putting the best tag team division in pro wrestling for women's wrestling is because you are now coping because of AEW doing something, and you think if they're going to do something better than you, you're not going to be okay with it. They cannot handle criticism. They cannot handle, even AEW cannot handle criticism from time to time. Let's not fucking get twisted. Tony Khan, yeah, he can't. They can't handle that AEW is going to be a more success. They just couldn't handle the fact that AEW would be a bigger success building a women's tag team division and doing great with it and give us a great women's tag team division in AEW. They can't fucking handle the fact that they fucking failed for 6 to 7 years. They did absolutely nothing. Failure is what we call it. Yeah, that big L from LFG, that should be all over WWE. So, again, I was interested into this tag team match. I'm not going to go over why, I've gone over this shit again, how it's fucking ridiculous and how much of the failure they felt, and they didn't want AEW to succeed and do better off with their women's tag team division. So WWE did fucking great again, I guess, with the tag team division. Fucking nearly buried their actual women's division on SmackDown in terms of holy shit, nobody fucking cares about a boring Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill feud. You took the women's team away from her. The fucking sirens that she had in TNA. The woman who came out at the Rumble a couple years ago. You took that away from her. You took the aura that she had. Now you gave her fucking generic ass rock, death rebel, utter garbage music. It's all great, I guess. I don't know. It's not fucking great. Okay? It's not. But to them, it's fine. They don't fucking care. But again, from that great women's tag team division that came out of the failure that they fucking failed, and they wanted to show AEW that, hey, we're the real deal comes to tag team women's. We can book better than you, or we're gonna be booking. Bro, they could not handle the amount of shit that they were gonna get for AEW having a better women's tag team division than them. And they didn't do jack shit for 6-7 years. Now all of a sudden they're booking a great division. Moving on. So now we have Bayley and Lyra and Charlotte and Alexa. Now what I would do here, and they all gave you that match, and they basically fucked you over on SmackDown. What I would do here is I would have these women, which we didn't get a match. You could have built it, and you could have built it into a great scenario where you have these women have a match at WrestleMania. A tag team match. A great tag team showcase for women's professional wrestling. Could be one of the best matches on the show. But no, you give us something, a 4-way fucking dance for like a 4-way awful garbage show. A match that meant nothing other than Paige returning. And nobody's excited for the fucking Bellas. I'm sorry. The Bellas don't mean shit. The Bellas are one of the most worst pro wrestlers out there. They are one of the worst. They were okay, and especially Nikki. She was okay in 2015 or so. But again, or 2014 or whatever, in the Divas era. But again, you are living in a time where women's pro wrestling, man, is the peak of professional wrestling. It's like women's pro wrestling is the main event of shows. We have had a main event WrestleMania several years back. Many years back. Whatever. So, yeah. You have women's pro wrestling main event many years back. That's what that is. So now you could have done something like that. But again, they chose to give you a moment. Freaking Lash Legend and Nia Jax. I don't give a fuck what their team is. I don't give a shit about their team. I don't care about Nia. Nia Jax has improved, I think, overall as a singles performer. If she is working with the right opponent, I don't know how much match she worked. I think her greatest match that she had done was either with Tiffany or Jade, or I would give you the match that she had with Bayley at Bad Blood. Or I guess it wasn't Bad Blood. What was it? I don't know. It was Bad Blood. It was a rematch that she had at Bad Blood. It was a great match for Nia Jax. It's the greatest match ever. But again, this meant nothing. And the commercials could give me two shits because they fucking did nothing here. Because again, they want to stroke their freaking dicks off. They're like, we didn't fail, even though you fucking failed. We didn't fail. We can book a great women's tag team division. All of a sudden, for 6-7 years, we did fail, and apparently now we are so interested in doing it because AEW just brought them up. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna fucking end this topic right here. But overall, yeah, that's the fucking reason that it starts to hold any momentum. So I don't believe the tag teams championships even fucking did they? I think they did. What they were at WrestleMania, right? Yeah, they were. So again, this four-way was fucking. They just want to fulfill in women. I mean, there are women who are not WrestleMania worthy. They're the Bellas, and there's Lash Legend and Nia Jax. These women are not WrestleMania worthy. I would have had a match between. You could still have Paige return after that match. It's not impossible for Paige to return on the match or whatever. You can. You can have a return. It's like the return was not out of question here, Chad. The return of Saraya could have happened. Yes, Saraya is Paige if you don't know. Which honestly, I prefer her AEW Grand Slam debut that she made many years back now, but that's just me. I would love to get her just after this great pro wrestling match between these women, Lyra and Bailey versus Charlotte and Alexa, whatever. I would have loved it. I would have loved a great women's pro wrestling tag team action, and then we could have got a great moment with Paige returning. After either Bailey and Lyra win, I don't know what, Paige returns, we see a shot of Paige, she returns, and it's like, holy shit, oh my god, people lose their fucking shit. I can't believe. We didn't need Paige to win the women's tag team championship with Brie Bella, whatever. But again, we went over this, we went over AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. We're not going to go over Cody and Randy, we're not going to go into that. We're not going over that. We all went over that too here. But again, this was very much commercialized WrestleMania. Nothing more than that, I'll tell you. Commercialized WrestleMania. Well, there's nothing more to give you that other than tell you that it's commercialized. And it's soulless, and it's fucking nothing. I think that topic we can fucking bury now. Of the commercial Mania that we got. I'll go get seriously with B-Roll. That's fucking great about it. Hey, brother, my back is hurting, but oh my god, brother, oh, my back. I mean, I'm sorry, but what can I say? He went over, he didn't put anybody else over, he went fucking over everybody. He went over. I mean, it didn't work for him, brother. Dude is not even alive. Like, he ain't even fucking there. He's RIP, but bro, he fucking went over still. Like, it didn't work for him, brother. Like how all the fucking matches didn't work for Hogan back in the day. Oh, his back. That's the joke. Hogan's back. Har, 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 I'm laughing. It's not. Spoiler, it's not the joke. There's no jokes here. But again, commercial, Chumba Casino, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, commercial, Credit One Visa cards, fucking Cricket Wireless 4G internet. Commercial. It's like, bro, luckily I said I watched the show on delayed, so not a big problem for me, but I can understand why it was a problem. And I could see, I was looking, I'm like, what the fuck am I looking? Why am I looking at these commercials? Why are there commercials at WrestleMania? But they were. So, as much I can bitch and rave about it, I have nothing to say more. It's what it is. There's nothing more to say about it. I can bitch and rave about it all night I want to. All fucking day I want to. But there's nothing more to say about it. Chat. There's nothing. Now I'm going to talk about Monday Night Raw for a second. And we're going to be moving on from that to AEW Dynasty. Or no. Hey, actually, we're going to be going to releases. Sorry, we're going to be going all these releases, and we're going to be talking about what doesn't make any fucking sense. Might cover a little bit Dynamite, talk about Dynamite, we talk about... Again, we're not going to go over the show, grade the show. We're not going to go over and break down the show like how it was. That's what we do on the unscripted kayfabe. You can go check out the unscripted kayfabe. We are live for a Monday Night Raw show, not always on a Monday, and an AEW Dynamite. That's not always on a Wednesday too, so keep on checking out. Those are the two shows that we do for unscripted kayfabe. I will be doing a show on the unscripted kayfabe. It's my freaking thing I created, and the unscripted kayfabe has been going on since nearly a year. We're closing a year since it started. So go support the unscripted kayfabe as much as you can. There's a channel where we did it before too. Go check it out. But again, I would be not remiss here. I'll be covering SmackDown. And I'm not going to give you anything what I have to say here because that would just fucking spoil the show. We're going to be reading through what happened on the show, break down everything. And then we're not going to be breaking down match for match, spot for spot, here and there. But we're not breaking on fucking Miz and Danhausen. We're not. I'm telling you that. Should I just spoil it? Should I just spoil you the fun of what I felt about SmackDown? Nah, I don't want to spoil it. You'll be hearing me from talking about the show. And it's going to be loud and clear for you to fucking hear me. So I'm not going to spoil it for you. But again, it's what it was. I'll give you that as a spoiler. That will be my one and last only SmackDown until, spoiler, they fucking do something that is some life on the show. They bring some, spoiler here, they fix the goddamn show. They make it feedable and watchable. They make it have a soul. They make it a show that I'm not fucking just depressed, fucking deplored down the hatchet watching, just fucking drowning away into fucking obscurity. My mind's drowning away into fucking obscurity watching that show. Spoiler, that's my spoiler for you. So WWE better fucking fix that. We're not going to go over the show. But again, I gave you a spoiler. So, make what you want to make of that. Monday Night Raw. We got a really solid, one of the best Monday Night Raws in recent memory. Probably one of the best Monday Night Raws we have seen in a long time. I would say one of the best Monday Night Raws where I felt like I thoroughly enjoyed the goddamn show, and it has to be either the one that happened after Raw, after Mania and WrestleMania 40, or it was probably one of the ones where the atmosphere was fucking electric, or either it was one of the ones where it wasn't better. WrestleMania 41, Raw after Mania, wasn't better than this one. This was better. So either it had one of the shows that it had in 2024. 2024 was a very strong year for WWE. SmackDown, well, mind you, was doing pretty great then, I would say. Spoiler again, it was doing pretty great then. I hope you were there to see it, like I was. And then Monday Night Raw was pretty great too. Probably was the best. It was the best show weekly, honestly. It was like, it felt creative. It felt like the shows were hot. It felt like, the shows felt like there was a ton of creativity towards the shows. Every show felt like, I'm gonna tune in, I'm gonna fucking enjoy the show. Since it went over to Netflix, it felt like a fucking corporate slop for advertisements and fucking placements on the ring mat. Nothing else. So that's where my thoughts on Monday Night Raw were. For what it's been in 2025. Oh, Triple H says the shows are going to be better than on Netflix, bro. The shows are legit not even binge worth watchable. They were maybe, or they were not ever binge worth watchable, I'll do that. But you could still maybe consider them doing that in 2024. You fucking shit the bed. Big time. In 2025. So overall, Raw has been boring. Raw has been okay. Raw is still the best show that is done in pro wrestling. It's the best show in pro wrestling. Dynamite felt like for 2 weeks before in February to March or something. We're going in February, or March or something. We're giving a good look at AEW Dynamite. Dynamite, chat. Yes, Tony Khan's fucking exhibition fetish on that show. We're looking at AEW Dynamite. And we're looking at whatever was going on. It was pretty good couple of shows, so it was better than Raw. But overall, Monday Night Raw is still the best weekly television show on the fucking landscape of pro wrestling. It is. It is the best show. It's not as fucking just clueless as Dynamite is. It's not deplorable and fucking garbage as SmackDown is. Or how I don't know. We don't know what am I watching. Is it a TV show or an indie show? Collision. Not a disrespect the indies, but come on. This is a TV show. You're putting on fucking TNT every Saturday. Maybe change the fucking slot too. Move it to a Thursday. It could be beneficial for you. Just saying. But Monday Night Raw was one of the best shows I have seen in quite a time. It's been either the one that they did on the episode of The Rock bloodied up Cody outside his tour bus in the fucking rain, the cold rain in March. It was a November rain. You know, that song track would have really fit well, honestly. Imagine that. Imagine it was November and they would have like a fucking in the cold November rain. Guns N' Roses? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Guns N' Roses is absolutely not from my fucking time. This Guns N' Roses is generations older than me. Moving on from that. But Raw was pretty solid for what it was. It gave you what it needed to be. It gave you few batch of new fresh characters and Ethan Page and Sol Ruca. It gave you a great Finn Balor back. It gave you electric, atmospheric show. It gave you something to just talk about, to go into the next thing. It gave you excitement that you were real. The show was I think the show was goddamn fucking great. And it had been a while since I had seen, and then again, I'd go back to that Raw where Cody Rhodes gets fucking bloody by The Rock. fucking bleeding in the rain. They filmed that segment over there. Going back to that, it's like you felt some excitement towards what you want to, fucking see on the next show. Jacob Fatu interrupting Roman Reigns out on the end of the show. Another example right there. Play pro wrestling on the show. Women's tag team pro wrestling. We're going to get to one of the women who have been released from that. We'll get into that real soon. Be at the top of the hour of an hour and 5 minutes. We'll be going over that after that. Definitely. But again, overall, to give my perspective on that, it was pretty darn good. It was a great darn show. Solid ass show. Just everything felt a Raw after Mania. Everything felt electric on that show. Now, SmackDown, spoiler. Well, no. They didn't feel anything like that on SmackDown. It felt deplorable depression. It felt like I was going through a freaking, like, coping myself in terms of thinking, hey, is this show actually this bad? I'm just coping for, like, thinking, oh, I just hate this show. No, this show is actually that bad. Spoiler, again. That's what SmackDown was. Again, Raw, solid shit on the show, straight up, solid things on the show. Kicked off with a little bit for me, said the ruler has arrived, kind of give you a throwback to a Roman Reigns is my yard promo. I would say better than that in terms of Roman was there. It was like fucking, they're booing him because people didn't want him as a good guy. People didn't want the WWE pet project Roman Reigns when he beat The Undertaker. And people were upset about it, rightfully so. And goddamn, it's 11 years old then, but it doesn't matter about that. The thing matters that even at that time, if you were not even a child, you would expect that, hey, they would turn Roman heel, but they didn't choose to do that. So, waste our fucking time for even investing in having any. People legit got excited off of that. I remember very much. People got legit excited off the fact that he said, "This is my yard now. This is my Undertaker's fucking dead. I buried the Undertaker at WrestleMania." Maybe next week he could have come out and fucking showed that in motion. Maybe could have built it up. But no, Vince was like, "Hey, I want you as a good guy," and he just fucking took it. He just took it in his fucking ass. He's like, okay, I'm going to take it. He kept on taking it from Vince. Until he saw AEW come up, and he saw what Jon Moxley was doing and what AEW was doing. Is Roman Reigns. And when he saw an opportunity in pandemic, where it's like, hey, I ain't even ever coming back to this fucking show until you turn me heel. Now he can actually fucking make Vince feel something, because now there's another competition, a big time competition in AEW. They say no TNA. This is All Elite Wrestling by a guy who was a freaking mega billionaire who could pay Roman freaking $10 million to come over there. So Vince got scared. That's why Roman knew how to play it pretty well. Smart businessman. I gotta give you Roman. He first took his back shots big time from Vince, but then overall, eventually he fucking got fed up. He wasn't gonna fucking be a whore or a slut taking those back shots. Is Roman Reigns. He was not gonna be one of them anymore. He stood up for himself. He wasn't a cuck to Vince. Taking fucking back shots wasn't his thing anymore. since AEW became a thing. Yeah, we didn't go from top of the hour for 1 hour 5 minutes. We didn't, did we? Again, Obafemi's promo was fucking great. Now let's see how they book him. We're not going over how they should book him. That's another topic for another day. There might be a video coming out for sure on that. How would fantasy book Obafemi? But it's not about Obafemi here. It's about Obafemi kicked off the show. That's fucking great. Moving on. Great women's tag team match. Finn Balor and McDonald had a pretty darn good match. Could have gone fucking long. Would have been a fucking great ass match too. We got some good, solid match between Ethan Page and Joanne Evans, which I give again a little dig at AEW, which I went over to. I'm just thinking if Tony Khan doesn't give any fucking ounce of care to book actually matches that have logical reason to happen on the show. Like he just books this fucking exhibition. He's got a WWE 2K game out there, Fight Forever AEW. I'll give them that because that's their fucking game out there. They got a Fight Forever game. They got the exhibition random matchmaker. Just fucking make a match. Today's exhibition match is gonna be random match. Randomizer. He puts the fucking randomizer on and it books the top guy. First of all, it could be Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is gonna be wrestling tonight. The Beast Mortos. Randomizer. No. I don't want to see that. Why are they fighting? I don't know. I don't want to see random indie fucking just dumb pro wrestling exhibition matches. This is a television show, not a freaking wrestling exhibition match show. So there's criticism due for AEW and Tony Khan too. I might go a top of 1 hour 10 minutes, chat. Probably. There's criticism due for both here. Again, I'm giving you AEW criticism why it doesn't make sense. So I see Javon Evans and Ethan Page already have had that feud. I've seen it already, so I know of it very well on NXT. I think the feud is pretty darn good. One of the best feuds they had on NXT in 2025. League's better than the freaking just glamorous forced puke nearly off but the Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace feud. Felt like a trying to do what AEW was doing, but again, you fucking failed. So accept your failures. You know what, at least Sean accepts his failures, I gotta say. It felt very forced. Just putting it there. In terms of, they're basically trying to give us what we saw earlier the year in AEW, but whatever. But again, I would love, this is what I'll go over the last year in the show. We're going to be going over from this to another topic, chat. That's what I'll cover this show. I could go over this to end this off. Ethan Page and Javon Evans had a great segment. They have had history and they fucking showed us. They revised their history, reintroduced us to Ethan Page on the main roster. Reintroduced us to their feud. Reintroduced Javon Evans to tell us, hey, they have history in the way that they worked, and it felt like they had history. They showed us, and it was logical, and it made all fucking sense. It was a pretty solid match. This show was a great fucking, a just beautiful show. This was a great, solid pro wrestling Raw After Mania show. It has been in many, many, many years. We can go back to WrestleMania 2014. And that's what we talk about, actually.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Alright, it is time for the WWE budget cuts. Woo! Again, nobody saw this coming, right? Yeah, that's what you would see when you go online on X and you see fucking idiots out there, or just these people who can't just stop fucking sucking WWE's dick. They like that cum real well. So you have people out there on the show. No, sorry, people have out there on X saying, oh, well, it's TKO decisions, it's WWE decisions, it's whatever. People out there, people are legit saying that it's TKO, it's ridiculous, honestly. I don't know what to say about that. But again, these people out there just want to fucking suck WWE's dick, jerk them off as much as they want, because they are a cuck. All these people, the WWE loyalist fans, not even them. I mean, sickos, we can go for it. Loyalist pro wrestling promotion fans, tribalism is running wild and has been running wild in professional wrestling for the dawn of time, since pro wrestling has territories in the ever. So we have seen this. Not shocking. But again, they just have this just loyalty to WWE, and they just want to say, oh, well, what, WWE can't do this? Oh, this is not my company. They can do this. Oh, my God. No way they release people. Or, wait, no. Let's get into this one. This is a fun one here, chat. Darn you, TKO. TKO, screw you. No, it's not TKO. Spoiler, and again, spoiler. It is not TKO. Let me read a plethora of people here. We got 23 talent released from World Wrestling Entertainment. We got 23 talent released, chat. Let's read that out. We got 23 talent released. Alba Fire. I mean, honestly, I don't know what you expect out of this one. It's like, she's been there, and I mean, she was fucking great at Kylie Ray in NXT UK at one point. Had a badass gimmick, had a badass feel towards her. Now she became Alba Fire on NXT 2.0, NXT whatever, the NXT, Shawn Michaels NXT. So since she's been on that show, or whatever, and then moving on to the main roster, joining with Isla Dawn as the tag team they were, whatever, I don't know what their fucking tag team name was. I believe Isla Dawn got let go last year. That's how Alba Fire became a fucking deal with Chelsea Green. So, yeah, she was just a fucking member of the Secret Service. I'm seriously not shocked at why Piper Niven's not here. I'm really shocked, actually. I'll tell you that. Why am I shocked? Because I don't know where the fuck she's been. I think she's injured. Other than that, I expect them to fucking release injured people. We're gonna be getting to who they released who were injured. They have no fucking ounce of care. They are soulless people. They're greedy. billionaire fucks. They don't give a fuck who they fire. They don't have a fucking soul. They don't feel emotion. It's budget cuts. You know, it was a good old thing with Johnny Ace and WWE when it was back in the pandemic or whatever. Budget cut. I don't know how it speaks. I don't know. Fuck it. I didn't mess up the goddamn thing. Awful. That's what it is. I messed it up. Let's go for it again. Drum roll. Sorry, kid. Budget cuts. Okay, I can't do a fucking Johnny Ace impression. Too bad. But you saw that. We saw this happen. Not shocking again, as I proved to you. We're not shocked. Nobody needs to be here fucking shocked. Oh my god, so shocking that WWE's firing talent. Now, it'll be a little shocking if AEW does it, because we don't see that ever really. I mean, you don't really see AEW do it. You know, there's no happy medium here, honestly. One company is just bloating talent in AEW and just bloating people, and a lot of people are upset and they're just staying there. And Tony Khan doesn't have a spine and fucking balls. He is the spineless fucking pussy who can't even try to cut any talent because he doesn't want to hurt anybody's. He doesn't want to feel like the bad guy. He's a beautiful. He's a great friend. He's a great guy. He's a great boss. He's a friend to all the talent on the show. Your boss should never be your fucking friend. Let's be real. So from AEW when it comes, it's like a little shocking because you don't see that from AEW. You don't see Tony Khan ever really doing something like that. He's not a guy who really is on an interest of cutting talent. But TKO is. So not shocking, spoiler, that WWE is cutting talent like they cut talent in 2020, 2021, in 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. They've been fucking cutting talent the entire of this decade. They've been cutting talent majority of this fucking decade. Not surprising. But again, people have to fucking, believe what they gotta believe. They gotta accept what they think, what they know. It's what it is at the end of the day. What can I give you out of that? I don't know. Second Alba Fire. She was a woman that was Kylie Ray on NXT UK. It was fucking great there. They brought her to NXT. They fucking gave her a new name called Alba Fire. She became a tag team with Isla Dawn. They were a good tag team. They were a good tag team here, and they were a legit tag team. They fucking released Isla Dawn. Then we moved on from Isla Dawn being released to then she fucking paired up with Chelsea Green all 2025 and then for a year or so since she got released. And I'm shocked Piper Niven's not here, but again, Alba Fire was just a fucking nobody for Chelsea Green. She was just basically wheelchairing Chelsea Green around the show. They really love Chelsea Green that they're not gonna fucking release her, honestly. Are they? Who knows? And that's what Alba Fire really is. So, she's gonna do fucking great. She will go into either New Japan, Stardom, AEW, CMLL. It don't matter. You can go back to the fucking British independent scene. She can go wrestle in Europe. She's just gonna fucking thrive. Pro wrestling, there is a lot of work to be done. There is a lot of pro wrestling promoters out there and all over the world who want to fucking have a little taste of these talents. So, she's gonna be fucking fine. She's gonna do great. She's going to be back as Kylie Ray. Love to see that, honestly. So go support her if you want to. Now, Aleister Black. That's the name that people are very much familiar in another release that happened. That was the release of 2021 budget cuts. Aleister Black was let go. He was in a feud with Big E. They gave him the Dark Father, and they fucking had him do a little attack Big E. Big E couldn't even fucking address it. I don't know what attacked me. I don't know who attacked me. He didn't even exist anymore. Then he goes to AEW. He does absolutely fucking nothing there, honestly. He's in the House of the Black Mass. That's what he does in AEW. They had a feud with Adam Copeland. Cope in AEW. Cope. Edge. Adam Copeland. Whatever. They have a feud. Or he has a feud with Adam Copeland, Edge. And what does that do for Malachi Black? This is where you feel like, oh, maybe they're looking for something. Malachi Black is now challenging this Rage. He's talking about Adam's family, Adam's wife, wedding ring or whatever. Bringing, I don't know what the fuck it was all about. It's 2 fucking years old. And it means single fucking thing on the show. But they were giving Malachi Black something on the show. So Malachi and Edge have the match. Is Adam Copeland Copra. And look, behold, what happens is that they have a match and they have Adam Copeland fucking nearly kill himself, honestly, jumping off a freaking cage. Stupid. They would do that. Again, that's stupid. You don't need to go over why that's stupid, but again, it's stupid. Again, don't do that, please. Be better. But, and then he gets injured and he loses. So the title gets vacated. We don't see much of the House of Black Mass. They get Buddy Matthews gets injured somehow. He gets taken out. We don't see much of it. We don't see enough. We get to see eventually Adam. The last match he had was against Adam Cole in November 4th, I believe exactly. He had the match with Adam Cole on Dynamite. That was Malachi Black's last AEW match. A little revision of history from NXT days. One would say. So the gist here is that he got fired from WWE. He was great in fucking NXT. He was a main event guy. He had an aura level team. He had fucking great feel on the show. Like Aleister Black was just like, some great fucking character. He had a great character, great fucking feel. Had aura, had a great character, had everything great about him on NXT. A top main event guy, what he looked like. Vince calls him in the main rosters. Triple H's guys, one Triple H's boys. And then, Vince does what he does with them. Plays around, toddles around with them or whatever. Aleister Black is fucking hiding in a broom closet. First, they come up with him and Ricochet being a team. That goes here and there or whatever. Doesn't matter. But then he's freaking hiding in a broom closet. Then out of all people, Claudio Castagnoli, Cesaro, challenges his challenge. Fight me, like it's fucking Batman or something. Fight me. And then he basically fucking he wrestles Buddy Matthews in a few matches back and forth. Buddy Murphy then. And he fucking disappears into obscurity. He has a little program with Kevin Owens, maybe. With the fucking eye and whatnot. Yeah, he has a feud with Seth Rollins, if I'm not mistaken about that. He's a feud with Seth Rollins as Aleister Black. And he had a program with Kevin Owens. And he fucking gone into obscurity. Nobody fucking cared. He fucking blew into obscurity. He comes back. We start seeing a vignette. The Dark Father. And then we see him attacking Big E. We're like, oh, okay, this is fucking cool ass comic book like fucking vignette. Dark, like it felt like Spawn from Todd McFarlane's Spawn character. It felt like something fucking like dark essence. Aleister Black was bringing in. But again, where that goes, I don't know. It goes nowhere. He gets fucking released. You have Biggie come out there and say, hey, I don't know how did I get attacked. I don't know what attacked me. I don't know what really attacked me even. So that's what goes on with Aleister Black. Then we see him show up in Miami on AEW Dynamite. He comes out, he attacks Cody Rhodes. We're like, oh my god, this guy looks fucking great. The beard he had grown, it felt like he looked like fucking great. Dark, the suit he was wearing, took out Cody, took out Arn. Looked like this guy was a main eventer. He was going to be the next AEW World Champ. Everybody was excited to see Malachi Black. He changed his name from Aleister to Malachi Black. Honestly, I thought then I was like, he's going to be Tommy End, but no, he was Malachi Black. He didn't go back to being Tommy End. But again, he said, hey, don't blame Vince or whatever. That's what he said exactly. Don't blame Vince for his release. Which again, it's your opinion if you want to blame Vince or not. I don't know what I would say about it. It's what you believe if you want to blame Vince or not. Honestly, you be the gist of it. You be the fucking gist of that. I don't know. It's up to you. That's what he said. Don't blame Vince. So he does absolutely nothing in AEW. We already went over what he did in AEW. Fucking nothing. He became a fucking nothing nobody. He became legit the dark vignettes, one thing that did absolutely resonate with AEW fans. The House of the Black. He became a legit nobody. Became the House of the Black on AEW. He became. He had fucking Julia Hart join and Brody King, and then we had. I think Brody King was in Ring of Honor, so AEW fucking got the rise of Ring of Honor. So we got Brody King, we got Buddy Matthews, a guy who we actually had a fucking war with in WWE a few years ago. From that point onward or whatever. So he joins them for a couple of years or so, over a couple of years, and then he does nothing. It's just trios. AEW introduces the trios championship belts. He wins them. He holds the trios championship belts here and there. He wrestles on the first inaugural All In. He fucking fades into obscurity eventually. He has a comeback where he has a feud with Adam Copeland, Edge. That goes nowhere. He doesn't win the matches. He doesn't win anything. He just looks like a fucking loser. And AEW don't do anything good by him anyways. They fucking shit on him. Don't even treat him like the way they brought him in. This guy should have been a main fucking eventer. Should be an AEW World Champion. Whatever, I guess. So he gets cucked around, bitched around. He fucking ends up in Guantanamo Bay. He goes up to fucking obscurity in Tony Khan's dungeons. He stays there. He has that one last match with Adam Cole on the show. One great fucking match. And then we move on to, we see nothing from me here that he'll be heading over to WWE. And then he shows up the SmackDown after WrestleMania and attacks The Miz. And poetically, The Miz was wearing the same freaking suit. The white suit that when he attacked Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black, or Malachi Black, in Miami in Dynamite, on Dynamite. And overall, he wrestled Carmelo Hayes. They kind of took him fine of his character leeway or whatever. He wrestles Carmelo Hayes, Sami Zayn wrestles people here and there. Eventually, he gets in a feud with Damian Priest. He turns heel, has Zelina Vega join him to become basically Aleister become a freaking Karrion Kross and Scarlett of WWE. That freaking gimmick, to get the gimmick of Karrion and Scarlett. And they run with it. Sooner he starts getting in programs with Cody Rhodes. After the Damian Priest situation, he gets in a program with Cody. He has a match with Cody. He works with Cody. Like he worked with Cody as Malachi Black in AEW. He works with Cody Rhodes. And other than that, he starts getting the feud with Randy, Sammy to Randy. He's all around the show eventually. He's basically Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Zelina Vega is Scarlett. He's Karrion. He's all around the show, fucking corrupting the souls, corrupting the minds of all the people on the roster. Everybody's corrupting. He's all around the segments. He's behind the segments. He's seen looking from behind all the time, foreseeing and seeing who to corrupt and who he will turn evil. Eventually starts to go up after Randy Orton. Which, mind you, Aleister Black beat Randy Orton. If you forget here. He beat Randy Orton. So he's surprised turning red. This is who the fuck is this guy? I don't know this guy. I don't know this Randy Orton. Who are you? Where's the Viper? Where's the 09 Randy? Where's the guy who used to punt people in the fucking skull? Where's that guy? Where's the killer in you? This isn't you. Who are you? Basically. He's questioning. He's making him realize that's not him. So that's weeks and weeks of him telling him that. We got a little program with him. And there we thought it might be heading over to him and Randy have a feud at Mania, but that did not end up happening at all. And I'm not sure if I can even make WrestleMania. Now, we got some report to go over here. Apparently, now, I don't know how factual it is, it comes from Dave Meltzer. Again, we gotta give it something, I guess, here. Aleister Black was one of the was the first choice for the phone call for the reveal. The reveal at WrestleMania. Aleister Black was the one who corrupted Randy Orton. Actually, he was the guy who actually had corrupted Randy Orton and made him the way he became. Aleister Black helped Randy Orton beat Cody Rhodes, who was going to reveal at WrestleMania. Now, I actually would have fucking loved it, I would say. This way, you're revealing that at WrestleMania. We're not even thinking about what's important in the phone call. And it's not fucking Pat McAfee, first of all. So I would have loved it for that. But again, that didn't happen. It was Pat McAfee. It went to fucking nowhere, and Aleister Black didn't even make WrestleMania, even though he beat Randy Orton. It was quite a prominent position on the show. He was, pretty much. Quite in a prominent position on the show. Again, it went nowhere. And lo and behold, the year he returned to WWE television is the year he gets let go. Gone. Bye. Goodbye. The thing I find real interesting about this is that he didn't need to really come back to WWE, but he only came back because he felt like he would be fucking owed in terms of having a better WWE career under the guy who first booked him on NXT. Made him into a fucking main event, could have been a mega star close to be, as Aleister Black on NXT. The feel, the aura, the look, the wrestling ability, everything was perfection about Aleister Black. Now, since he moved over to the main roster, and then, again, coming back to the guy who really made him that, he thought it's going to be, the grass is going to be greener on the other side here, Chad. No, the grass is not greener on the other side. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler again. Thank you for knowing. The grass is not greener on the other side. So this was absolutely a waste. Not a waste of everybody's time, I would give you, but in terms of what we got from him or whatever and whatever they were building, why would you even fucking give it a try? Why would you even have him beat Randy Orton if you had nothing, if you're gonna fucking fire him? So the guy who freaking thought that it's a better thing for him to come back to is gonna help you because you fucking made his career in a way. You made him into a level that he can be like seen as a top main event player on the show. And you then he comes back to you, and what you do? Fucking nothing with him. And then you just fucking fire him. So that's just great. You seriously don't hate Triple H enough. Yes, let me prove that to you right now. We're gonna go over the number one important thing here, chat. Those fucking fucking clones out there, fucking bots, I think they are legit, who believe that TKO are making these cuts. TKO, bro, I'm gonna name all these names: Alba Fire, Aleister Black, Andre Chase, Apollo Crews, Bo Dallas, Chris Island, Dante Chen, Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, freaking fucking Kairi Sane. Insane that she's on here. Luca Crucifino, Malik Blade, Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, Nikki Cross, Santos Escobar, Serena Linton, Trill London, Tyra May Steele, Tyreek Igwe, whatever, Igwu, Tyson Dupont, Zelina Vega, Zoe Stark. Do you think that TKO, they know and they fucking keep name and track on all these names? Number one thing, they don't book weekly creative shows. They don't book weekly SmackDown and Raw. They have no fucking interest. They don't know jack shit. They let Triple H book it. They don't book it. They have nothing. They don't know what to do. They don't book the shows. So recently, Mark Shapiro also said that we are in charge of all WWE creative. All creative decisions are made by TKO, and TKO is in charge of WWE creative. He was out there on a student university lecture. He was given that. He was talking about it, and he gave an answer that WWE's creative direction, WWE's creative team is TKO. TKO fucking holds a narrative of WWE. Creative. They hold the fucking narrative. He's saying out there to all the fucking people out there that he's in the university lectures he's giving them, whatever. Student fucking event or whatever they were at. No, he does not, and they do not book weekly television. That's what Paul Levesque does. They'll fucking always have to interview themselves at WrestleMania, always, but they don't fucking book the weekly television. They don't. Clear as a fucking day for you to know. They don't book the weekly television, chat. They don't. They don't fucking book the weekly television. I gotta ask her back because it'll do fucking great. But again, the point that I'm here to make is that people absolutely believe that it's TKO making decisions on WWE. It's WWE. The number one thing I'll tell you here, Triple H gets a number from Nick Khan that Nick Khan gets from TKO. And they gotta make the fucking number. And Triple H has to choose who he's gonna fucking cut. And who doesn't he give two shits about nearly. And apparently Aleister Black is a guy who he doesn't give two shits about. Again, as I said, the grass is not greener on the other side. Har har har. So, again, spoiler, this is done by Triple H and Nick Khan. Triple H fucking cuts these people. He's the one who's cutting because he know who the talent are, and he know who he thinks are not it, and they don't, and are just fucking wasting TKO's money in terms of what he believes. He cuts them. All these names I mentioned, they fucking know who Malik Blade is? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, they fucking know who Dante Chen is? These are the people, man. These people are seriously on just fucking dick-sucking loyalists to the T. Swallow WWE scum fans, basically. The loyalty is insane. No, this is very much Triple H making the cuts because he knows these talent, or he either gets it from Shawn Michaels if he doesn't. It's Nick Khan getting the number, Nick Khan gives Triple H the number, and they together make the cuts. Who we're cutting and who we're keeping. Because it's a fucking business, I guess, for them. Fucking greedy billionaire fucks. They have no fucking... Bro, they don't give a fuck about these people. They could care less. They're fucking just the most derogatory fucking just... They don't fucking care. They could not give two shits about releasing any of this talent. They don't have a fucking life, but it's all about the fucking greedy money and business to them. They fucking, probably had to pay a lot for WrestleMania or whatever. Now they gotta cut the budgets. So, notion out there that Triple H is not the one who's making the decision is fucking ridiculous. He is very well the one who knows these talent, or if he doesn't, he gets information from Shawn Michaels, and he tells him. Triple H makes the cuts. There's no way you're gonna be fucking believing that fucking I'm gonna name these names again. Dante Chen, Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Kyrie Sane, Luke. Who the fuck is Luca Crucifino? Even I don't know who he is. Is he from the fucking Luca animated movie on Disney Plus or something? Who the fuck is he? I mean, seriously, I got no fucking idea who this guy is. I have no fucking clue. So, what it makes you feel like the fucking TKO board of directors will know? The BOD would know who the fuck these guys are. They don't. As I said, they make decisions. They asked Nick Khan to give Nick Khan the number they want to meet, how much they want to cut, how much money they want to gain back. The number Nick Khan chose Triple H's number and he cuts. That's it. Honestly, I wish they fucking cut Def Rebel. I'm getting fucking tired of this shit already. But that's neither there or later. Whatever. But I hope I made that fucking clear to all the fucking idiots and clueless fucks out there. I need to blame my time on this. I don't need to. Andre Chase, I will not say much about this. In terms of, he was with Chase U. He put out a tweet, he put up a reel out there, put up the post out there on Instagram. He's like, thank you for supporting me, thank you for buying an action figure, playing me on a character in WWE 2K, thank you. So just fucking praising everybody for how doing that. So, this gimmick was not gonna go any fucking where. It's not fucking Dean Douglas or something like a fucking Matt Striker. This gimmick was gonna fucking work on the main roster. It's not gonna go anywhere. He had a great fucking movement, the Chase U movement. He had. Thea Hale was part of it too, obviously, as we know. He had the fucking Chase U movement. Other than that, there's not much to say. Moving on. Sorry, goodbye. Apollo Crews. This is a talent who got a little bit of a push. He gave a fucking major Nigerian accent and became Apollo from Wakanda or something. I don't know what the fuck that was. Honestly, Trick Williams was his bodyguard. He is more over and more popular than Apollo ever was. Interesting, chat. How that works. Now, I don't know how Apollo did not survive all the fucking round of budget cuts in 2022, and 2023, and 2024, 2025. It's ridiculous how he wasn't let go then. How he got let go. I am shocked. No, we're not shocked. But I'm shocked that actually, I fucking got let go. He had a deal on NXT. He was on NXT. He was from Performance Center. He had been on Ring of Honor, and you can go back to whatever you want to talk about here. He was quite a name on the independent scene. He was on NXT. He was on in the Cruiserweight Classic. He was in a lot of. He was on the Titus Worldwide. That was a big thing. That happened for years and years to come. And then after that, he became a 24/7 chasing jobber in terms of nowhere. And then he went to the guys can tell, got a little fucking push, beat Big E, moving the fuck on out of this. Nothing more to say about it. It's what this was, basically. It's what it fucking was at the end of the day. It was. So, we're not going to talk much about it. This is what it was. Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy. I mean, what can I say more to this other than, wow. Like, I mean, you talk about this company with the soul. They don't have a fucking soul. They don't give a fuck that he is. Well, they didn't take care of Bray. They fucking released Bray. Because when Vince was there, and people who like Vince or whatever, they released Bray. They don't give a shit. Hungry, greedy, billionaire fucks. They don't give a fuck who they fire here. So this, again, how could they do this? I mean, how they treated Bray, what do you expected? And the supernatural gimmick, all the supernatural shit they were doing, it doesn't fucking always work. So, Uncle Howdy, when he first came, Bo Dallas has been on the fucking show. He won the NXT Championship. We can go on and on. He was released, I believe, and he came back again. So he didn't want to go at his old run, whatever that was, NXT, B Team, fucking Social Outcast, whatever the fuck he did on the show. We don't need to talk about it. We don't. Then he goes out. He just gets released. He comes back. He becomes Uncle Howdy. We don't actually know he was Uncle Howdy. We couldn't really tell. It was really fucking cool. That Uncle Howdy look was fucking great at first. Bray passes away. They start building up the Wyatt 6 that they do. It goes nowhere, seriously, in terms of a feud with Chad Gable and whatever. There's nothing much to say. LP finds great work on the independents if he cares to wrestle still. Chris Silent, I don't know who the fuck that is. Move it on. Sorry, I don't know who you are. Dante Chen, heard of him. Hopefully he does a great thing for Chris Silent too. Good for him too. Dexter Lumis has been in TNA. Had joined. He was fucking, I believe, tormenting The Miz at one point. He was in a lovey-dovey situation with Indy Hartwell, if you remember her. And then absolutely nothing else there was there for him. I mean, other than the indie hard. But honestly, I don't know why they didn't give the fucking TNA Women Knockout Championship to Indie Hartwell. To fly her all the way for their family, I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna talk about the fucking the Bound for Glory show. Honestly, if you get that, I hope you did. So, not shocking or whatever here. Dexter, not. I mean, honestly, the whole fucking Wyatt 6 got released. I mean, you could tell why it felt really quite anticlimactic of an ending. The SmackDown before WrestleMania. So again, he was in TNA. He was doing shit in. There's some fucking love romantic because for a freaking segment in TNA, he had a freaking like romantic angle in TNA. He was quite the bitch of Dixie Carter. Whatever, you can get the gist of it. He joined NXT. He fucking tormented Adam Cole, Timothy Thatcher. It was just fucking that wasn't what he was doing. He moved up to the main roster or whatever. He was with was shooting with Johnny Gargano, Austin Theory, whatever it was called, My Way or something. Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, Austin Theory. Indy Hartwell was part of the faction too. We're in a fucking faction like that or something. It's like, great, whatever. And then he fucking chases around the Miz here and there, now and now, and then what else he does, I don't know. Nothing's there, and then he joins the Wyatt 6 out of nowhere, and then we don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's doing shit with Johnny Gargano here and there, and then he joins Wyatt 6. So, well, goodbye, I guess, to Dexter Lumis. Nothing more to say about it. Eric Rowan, Wyatt family. They gave him a fucking team once, and then they released him with the budget cuts time, brought him back for this freaking faction, and that was it. Goodbye, Tim. Joe Gacy, NXT shit I know from the next NXT feud that he had. It was the pig, the fucking pig, the thing that he had from the Firefly Funhouse. Luca Crucifino, nobody fucking knows. Malik Blade, no. Motor City Machine Guns, that brought him in. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Made them a fucking quite a deal on the show. And what explanation I'll give you for that. And nothing else. Tag team wrestling. Tag team gold. Now and then. Drop the belts to Street Profits. Moving on. They joined a really pretty much a hot SmackDown tag team division at that point. And they made it hotter, honestly. And goodbye, I guess, after that. Seriously. They lasted a year and a half on the main roster. Or in WWE, basically. Nikki Cross. She had a lot of gimmicks. She was she was with the Sanity. Sanity, I think she was in Sanity, I believe, with Eric Young and I forgot the names in that faction in NXT. From NXT, then she came to the main roster with Sanity. She split up with Sanity. We got then her joining with Alexa Bliss. Then after the whole show with Alexa Bliss, she became Nikki ASH eventually, somehow. Nikki almost superhero. Then the superhero became a bad little girl. After that, when she lost being a superhero, and because being a bad girl or whatever, she joined obscurity. And then she basically became Nikki Cross. Actually, she didn't join obscurity. She became Nikki Cross. She was fucking just being Nikki Cross. She fucking threw the championship, not even in the freaking trash, the 24/7 championship. She dropped it on the fucking concrete floor, and that's it. Then eventually she goes on to being in the Wyatt Six. I guess her last match was against Valhalla. I don't know what the fuck who she wrestled last time even. Honestly, I'm shocked that the War Raiders were not part of this list. I am. That I'm shocked at. Because the way they've been fucking treated, I could expect them also Eric and Ivar, or Hanson and Rowan. I can expect them going over to AEW, the War Machine. But again, they're not released. I am kind of shocked actually they weren't released. I was really expecting them to be released. And then Wyatt Six deal, and then whatever it was. She gives Sister Abigail out of nowhere. We don't know what the fuck is the explanation. Moving on. Santos Escobar. The deal here is that Santos Escobar was already in AAA before or whatever, and he joined WWE eventually. Legado del Fantasma with LWO, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wilde. They had the LWO faction in NXT. Moving from NXT, he came to the main roster of the LWO faction. The LWO faction became joined forces with Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio got Zelina Vega in it because Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio in the LWO faction or whatnot. And that was it. That was fucking it. For what's that? For Santos Escobar. Then Santos Escobar was about to leave WWE. WWE really wanted to let him go, so they fucking got another contract to keep him. And then they tried to keep him on the show or whatever, and it went no fucking where, and poof. Whatever. And then he ended up joining AAA, I believe. Again, so he was in AAA before WWE. He then joined AAA again. Only had a different name back then, though. He became full-time in AAA. And WWE still fucking fumbled him and let him go. So I think, hopefully, I guess he'll join AAA completely now. It's still a wrestling company you can fucking join, I guess. You don't need to have a WWE contract to join it, right? Yeah, probably he's going to join AAA or something. I don't know. Whatever. That's what Santos Escobar. He had a little shtick where he was fucking, there was something dissension between Legado del Fantasma where the Los Lotharios joined him, and Humberto and Angel Garza. And then Electro Lopez joined him. He got his own Legado del Fantasma faction. He turned on Rey Mysterio. He said, I hope he got an acupuncture or whatever. He fucking shit on Rey Mysterio, whatever. He turned on Rey. And then, honestly, where it went, really, nowhere. Dragon Lee was in the faction, the LWO. Whatever, moving on. I know we'll go back to AAA, CMLL, AEW. Even I would love to see him in New Japan, honestly. He's gonna do fucking great. All these names can do fucking great. Actually, the bigger names here, Santos Escobar of a name, that name can do fucking great. And the promoters will be fucking interested to have him on this show. It's a great fucking wrestler. So, not surprising here at all. He'll do pretty great for himself. All these released talent will do great. Trill London. Serena Linton, I don't know really. I'm not following on LFG. Trill London, NXT, Tyra May Steele. She won LFG, I believe. Tyreek Igwe, Tyson Dupont, Selena Vega, let's get into this. Selena Vega was in an LWO too. Before that, she's always been there. She was Andrade's manager. And Zoe Stark, boy oh boy, I feel bad for her. She was in she was Trisha's freaking cheerful girl or whatever. The PG version of Mickey James, I would give you. And Trish was feuding with Becky. And then after that, she went legit nowhere. PFC. She fucking tore her leg out or whatever. Awful. Zelina Vega, much sadder than she got let go before too. And then she was brought back in COVID. She's Amazing Red's cousin, so she probably already booking her on House of Glory. So we'll see what happens with that. These are the freaking releases here, chat. All these goddamn releases. Don't be shocked that WWE even does releases. It's a traditional norm for WWE to release every fucking single talent right here that I mentioned. Wow. You know, people predicting that freaking Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be on this list? No. The Miz. Yeah, we'll see. What can I expect? What can you expect from this company? Uncle Howdy has already went over this shit. So again, chat, overall, the lesson here is that TKO is not the one playing the digits here. All the fucking dick-sucking, loyalist WWE shills out there, the feds, the fucking Fed fans, the Federation's fans, shut the fuck up. Know better. Where to blame? Triple H makes the cuts. No way that freaking hack, just board of directors who are just freaking greedy fucking hungry billionaires of TKO know what talent are there in WWE. And talent like Dante Chen, give me a fucking break. Either get Shawn Michaels, either get Shawn Michaels or Nick Khan, who gets the number from TKO and makes Paul Levesque cut what Paul Levesque seems fit. Paul Levesque and Sean figure out who to cut. I could say Michael Hicklebottom too. Whatever. Not shocking to see these releases at all. They're a yearly process for TKO. They've been a process for WWE before TKO was ever a thing. Talent get cut. Not shocking. WWE's norm. TKO's norm too. Talent get cut now and then. Let's go on a few reports here coming up. Wrestling news. More on this news right here. Let's go on before looking on that. Okay. Latest WWE AEW Pro Wrestling news. Not much there than releases, honestly. TNA news. And not enough TNA news too. The releases are really taken over in the pro wrestling bubble, I guess. That the news that you're getting are not pro wrestling news and not enough out of that. You're not. You're not getting that. You're getting just releases, news about that, news about all these released talent like TKO. Again, my point will be made about spoiler. Drum roll for the fucking 15. It's Paul Levesque running the play how Nick Khan gives him the number to cut. He either, if he does not know these talent, he gets Shawn Michaels on board and he sees who these talent are not working well, and they fucking cut them. That's it. Nobody in TKO and the board of directors know a fucking Dante Chen. They don't. Nobody knows who the fuck Dante Chen is, who the fuck these people are. Nobody. And I mean nobody knows. And I'm not out of fucking energy to give two shits about the Wyatt Six because they became a fucking failure. And what proved was the MFT feud. So no need to rant and rave about it. It's like, okay, fine. But I gotta release all of them? That's fucking messed up, honestly. Again, they don't give a fuck. They don't give two shits. They don't give two shits, honestly. No soul whatsoever for even the dead brother. R.I.P. Wyndham Rotunda. Now, there was a name on here. The name of Kairi Sane. Again, I'm going to go with the Motor City Machine Guns a little bit, give you a little bit of that. It's like the Motor City Machine Guns. The tag team division's dead. Fucking dead. They had Gacy and Loomis drop the belts back. Drop the belts to R-Truth and Damian Priest. Tells you why the tag team division is dead in WWE. or SmackDown in general too. So there was not much left for it, and the writing was the writing was on the wall. What I'm trying to say here, it's the fucking wall. It was on the wall. So they're gonna end up in AEW when the contracts expire here. Kairi Sane. Now, let's be real, that's fucking insane too. Not because she's got the insane elbow or whatnot. But still, it's quite insane that, let me get to this. You bring this woman back to television on a Monday Night Raw, weekly, whatever. You bring her back to Monday Night Raw. She had been out for a while. She comes back. The fucking damage control fades away. Dakota Guys gets injured or whatever. Kairi gets injured. She's out for a while. She comes back. You bring this woman back. And then you have her in a situation where she's with Io and she's trying to say Io and she's saying Io's great and telling Asuka Io's great or whatever, and Asuka is getting pissed at Io whatever, and we start to see dissension here and there. Eventually Asuka turns heel on Io and has Kairi beat the shit out of Io. Then moving forward, Kairi becomes a bitch for Asuka to yell at, basically. And she basically was fucking humiliating her, yelling at her, Kairi, every freaking, like, episode of Monday Night Raw. Like, it was weekly, just abuse, mental abuse for Kairi Sane. That's where they were going for the long-term payoff storytelling, pal. Weekly, just fucking mentally abused for Kairi Sane. You reach to a level where you're like just fucking dragging this shit out. You're dragging it out. You're basically, like, it was basically Asuka yelling at it's an anime character. Give you the at Asuka yelling at Shinji. Or whatever. Asuka, whatever. Yelling at Shinji. I can play a montage for you. There's a freaking montage out there. Look at this montage. Kairi. This is 6 months ago. That's Okada. So she's basically getting bitched out by freaking Asuka. Kairi. Like this, she's yelling at her, treating her like a fucking bitch to her, basically. Kairi, berating her all the time, yelling at her. Gaslighting her, fucking, basically tormenting her, mentally torturing her. You build this fucking shit for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And yeah, I'm getting a lot of hear about this shit. You build this shit for weeks, weeks, and weeks. From like fucking September. You love your long-term storytelling, Mr. Polovek. You build this up for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now we're slowly waiting for the fucking payoff here. When is Kairi gonna have enough of Asuka's abuse, mental torturing abuse that you're trying to narrate to us every fucking week? Kairi. You know, I'm here scratching my scratching my forehead. That's what I felt going through this. You have weeks of this legit fucking just abuse, tormenting, gaslighting Kairi. Kairi just Asuka shitting on Kairi, whatever. She is yelling at her, treating her like a fucking child, a little girl, berating her senpai, berating Kairi. You build that every single week where she's saying, Kairi. And I'm hoping, we are gonna get a payoff here, right? Where eventually they want to tell this fucking long-term storytelling, as they want to quote long-term storytelling. We just write fucking movies like Marvel. Bro, you don't write fucking movies like DC. You don't fucking write movies like Zack Snyder's universe. Fuck out of here, Marvel. You can't even write a fucking movie like Zack Snyder's DCEU. This whole fucking statement, we like long-term storytelling, pal. We like long-term storytelling. We tell long-term stories. We tell such great long-term stories. Give me a Polovek impression. We tell such great long-term stories. We got the Marvel in the cinematic universe, and you know all of that. Bitch, you ain't fucking writing anything Marvel level. You're not even writing Zack Snyder's DCU. Even that was shit. So, your long-term storytelling of a woman yelling at other women all the time for fucking weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. It's every single fucking week. We pay attention. We fucking devote our attention to this fucking thing. Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And what we get out of this? Nothing. We're expecting, okay, this is going to conclude WrestleMania. Kairi's going to eventually get fed up with both of them, Io and Asuka. And then she's going to be fucking like some kind of a situation where Kairi just gets fed up or something. Or either Kairi turns on Asuka. She fucking leaves her now. The abusing, the fucking mental torment, the mental torturing, just what Kairi had to go through with Asuka. As her senpai, a senpai who was basically berating her student. Berating her every now and then. Shitting on her for her own failures. Treating her like garbage every single fucking week. And gaslighting her to believe that she's her senpai. She cares for her, but she doesn't give a fuck about her. Eventually, you want to see Kairi start seeing that through and through. Eventually, you want to see her. It's a real life fucking thing. Somebody being gaslit and fucking being emotionally tormented by fucking just terrible things said to them. But again, they're the senpai, so they have to respect them or whatever. It's a real life emotion that people can genuinely connect with it. So they're trying to tell this fucking long-term storytelling. We're gonna tell long-term storytelling. So, weeks and weeks of fucking this whole long-term storytelling shit bullshit. We're hoping for a payoff, right? Because let's be real, in Marvel storylines, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the Marvel all the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and whatever the fuck he says all the time. That we're writing Marvel movies. I again said spoiler. Put a fucking drum roll here too. There ain't no drum joke. There's a fucking drum roll playing. Play it. He had writing fucking Zack Snyder's DCEU, which also fucking sucked. Zack Snyder's DC, you're not even writing even close to that. At least Zack Snyder's DCU had some great fucking last Justice League movie they put out. Right, fuck out of here writing Marvel, the cinematic Marvel movie in the cinema universes. We write Marvel movies. You can fucking write a 2B movie. Marvel movies. The most engaging part about this, it's not that this fucking story, it's that she didn't get a spot at WrestleMania. You get to fucking Danhausen, fucking retired ass John Cena, who you brought out of retirement because apparently the ticket sales were so fucking low. They were so goddamn low for WrestleMania. You brought a retired Cena out of retirement. You didn't make anybody feel. You didn't anybody really miss Cena. You just brought him out of fucking retirement. Show his ass up on host WrestleMania. And you have that fucking thing happen. Instead, you could have given us this freaking Asuka and an Io match, or Kyrie fucking turning on Asuka on that match. You could have had all the tension. You didn't even have a payoff. You had no fucking payoff. People think there's nothing to rant and rave about this. There's all to rant and rave about this. Wasted everybody's fucking time on a Monday Night Raw weekly, every single fucking week since September or August. I don't know what exactly. People are listening since November. No, it's been having this shit since nearly a fucking year. This is probably our longest podcast ever, chat. Just tell you that, definitely. Probably one of our longest ever. We've gone quite a long time here. One of our longest ever were the 2 hour 2 minutes. That was the longest at that time. The longest podcast we have ever done. This is the longest. Right now. It was so far it is, I guess. Other than that, as we can go check out, I can show you something here. Out of cutting off popularity or whatever. One of the longest show podcasts we did. They were recorded back then, I guess. We did the one where Wrestle, we talked about TNA and WWE's partnership then. Forbidden Door, I believe we talked about. So again, I cannot go over all of this, honestly, because I already did. I already did. What, I gotta go over this shit again. Do I? Really? Probably have to go over this shit again, chat? I do, probably. But again, I'm gonna make this again clear. All these releases, we're going back to this one exactly. Majority of them, what the fuck do you expect from WWE? And again, if you want to hear me talk about this, go back and watch. Go back and watch. Go back, rewind back, and watch what I have to say. You don't hate WWE enough in terms of this. Rightfully so. You don't. Because as I said again, all these releases, we're going to go on Kyrie in a moment again too. But all these fucking releases that we just talked about. For an hour and 20, I don't know how much have we talked about this? All these fucking releases. They mean nothing to them. They don't. It's just fucking budget cut, budget cut, budget cuts. That's it. It's budget cuts to them. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just fucking budget cuts and budget cuts. Ain't no rant and raving about this. Already went over this. Majority is talent. What do you fucking expect from the companies? What do you seriously expect? What do you? I don't expect any fucking great thing out of them here. They are money hungry fucking greedy fucks who like to book talent in obscurity and do nothing about it. They don't care. They don't fucking care about these talent. They don't. As much as they want to show it, they don't fucking care. They don't. And when it comes to Kyrie, of what we got, of the mentally torment that she went through, not just Kyrie, I mean, you know, for these talent, how much mentally torturing this could be for them, honestly. I mean, I don't know what it would be. But again, went over all the list. They all could do great. They all could, if they're developmental, they can get better fucking, you know, you get better, they can fucking learn from this experience and get better at the craft of professional wrestling. You could take it to AEW or whatever, that's up to them. Ring of Honor, TNA. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. They can do whatever they want. But number one thing, WWE doesn't have a fucking soul. They have no fucking heart. They're money hungry, greedy fucks. TKO, and WWE. For them, it's budget cuts, budget cuts, budget cuts. They gotta make the fucking number when they spend how much fucking gazillion dollars on WrestleMania every year. They gotta fucking cut. Always. That's the thing they gotta do, I guess. So, for them, they don't give two fucks. They have no heart and whatever soul. They don't give a shit what. They just fucking cut. They don't give a fuck who these people are. They'll cut them. They don't give a fuck that it was Bray's family. They'll cut Bo. Uncle Howdy. The number one thing about Kyrie again, which my point goes back to Kyrie. You have a storyline and a crescendo that you build fucking weeks and weeks and weeks. You tout that you're Marvel level storytellers. You tout that you are just the greatest storytellers. You're fucking telling Marvel level stories. Spoiler, bitch ass, you ain't telling fucking DCU Zack Snyder. You tout that. And we see weeks of her yelling, Kyrie, Kyrie, Kyrie. Mentally torturing as a senpai. And she's fucking gaslighting her to believe that she's her senpai. She's a good person, she cares about her. Now I wish we got a match with Io and Asuka. Now that could have been a fucking payoff. Where we see Kyrie split from her. Not help her. Betray her. Turn on her. Enough from the abuse. She's fucking abusing her. She snaps. She knocks her out. Io hits the over-the-top moonsault on her. And Kyrie has fucking spread free. We build a crescendo to the biggest fucking climax is WrestleMania every year for WWE. You go to that fucking climax, motherfucker. You go there. And you end it in a way where you have Io beat Asuka with Kyrie betraying Asuka, being fed up of the abuse that she went through with Asuka, with her senpai. But no, they're at a fucking waste our time, waste every fucking moment on the show, make everything useless, and then have no fucking payoff, and then tout that they're getting Marvel level storytelling, and then say, and then fucking release her, let her go. We wasted several months off on this character on fucking WWE television. On every Monday night, we wasted. You wasted everybody's fucking time to care about this, honestly. If you had no fucking clue what to do with this woman, you should have not even started this in the fucking first place. You could say the writing was on the wall in terms of, hey, they didn't get their match at WrestleMania, and Kyrie didn't get the payoff for WrestleMania, which should have been honestly the fucking thing they should have done. But hey, that's just me. I mean, who the fuck I know? They're the fucking geniuses. If I had any fucking control there, bro, if I was on the board of TKO, I am firing the entire fucking writing team. I'm firing every fucking creative guy who has fucking failed at this. Time and time again. Failure is what they have achieved. They're the ones who deserve to fucking be released and fired. Who can fucking book and hack a show from their left to their right. Who can create compelling stories. Who can fucking give us something to invest and care about. Going weekly into shows and shows and shows. Those are the people who needs to be fucking fired. Not this talent, honestly. Maybe some of them, sure. It's better off they fucking did get released or whatever. So for some of them. It's like they can go on the indies, fucking kill it, crush it on the independent scene. The pro wrestling, every fucking wrestling promoter out there is looking for a fucking, just a call. They're just looking for a fucking call at the end of the day. For every wrestling promoter out there, that's what they're looking for, a fucking call from them. The point exactly is that they waste our time with fucking Kairi Singh. You had an opportunity to build to a crescendo after weeks and weeks of fucking abuse on Kairi and torment by the senpai, gaslighting her to believe that it's her senpai, and who actually just wanted to fucking use her and gives a fucking berates her like a little bitch, treats her like because she is her student, and the senpai knows better, and the senpai is her mentor, or the senpai is a teacher, and the teacher absolutely berates the student. Mentally torture, emotional torture. What Kairi went through, you don't know what the fuck she went through. It was fucking ridiculous. Weeks of television where she's being fucking tormented weekly on our screens. It's like, what are we going with this? You got right there, but you gotta fucking have John Cena come out there with Danhausen. They got a fucking embellishing of Danhausen. I fucking love Danhausen, I'll give you that. I love Danhausen. I think we should do like a comic book show about Danhausen, animated show, do an animated series of Danhausen. He's a fucking great character. I love him. It's great. The over embellishing on that on a pro wrestling show is the problem here. Honestly, Vince would not be any better, let's be real. He would have them all over the show. But the blame cannot always go on Vince. Vince is an audience of one. It can go on Vince. All these writers are fucking clueless. Or they're fucking brain dead. Just brain dead fucking just losers out there. They don't know fucking what to do. They don't know what to book. They don't know what to do at all. You have a crescendo that you build to a feud after the months of tormenting and fucking emotional abuse from Asuka to Kairi and gaslighting her to believe that she's a senpai, but this teacher-student dynamic, teacher versus student, and you have the student overcome this abusive teacher at WrestleMania. You have her, after she legit slaps her, beats her up, slaps her, keeps on slapping her. Eventually she snaps. And she realizes, this bitch doesn't care about me. She doesn't want for only her benefits. This senpai bitch, she don't fucking care about me. She could give two shits about me. And then she basically turns on her. And hits the over the top moonsault. She costs her that, and that's it. Asuka, the Kairi breaks free at WrestleMania. That would be a fucking moment on the show. It would be a great fucking moment. After weeks and weeks and weeks of building the story for several fucking months. But no, you want to just gonna let the woman go, fire her, just release her because you have no fucking heart or nothing, and you had no fucking plan to do this. You had no fucking plan to ever even like I'm just sitting here, I'm just thinking, why did Asuka and Io have a match at WrestleMania? Now you can see why, really. Because they had no fucking plan for this. They just want to just fucking make us sit through weeks and weeks of the same fucking shit over and over again. Which, in terms of real emotion, I can resonate with something like this. I think a human being out there can resonate with something like this. They can, in terms of mental abuse, torture, about a teacher and a student. You can. You can resonate with this. But there should have been a payoff to this eventually. where the student has fucking enough of the abuse, and she is tired of the abuse from her senpai. But no, you don't care to give us that. You had to fucking fire her and make us fucking forget about all the fucking several fucking months of wasted television that you basically wasted our time. Hope this fucking writing team just gets fired, and hope this motherfucker Paul Levesque goes down in flames and gets his ass blackballed out of pro wrestling. Awful, awful, awful. Dog shit, straight up. Triple H, the fucking writing team, Bruce, Michael Hayes, all these guys, all the fucking creative team should be fucking fired. You have weeks and weeks of television, and the fuck you do is nothing. You fire the woman who you fucking have fucking be yelled at for weeks and weeks and weeks, be emotionally tormented by a senpai in Asuka or Asuka, whatever. You have her get tormented, and then you have no crescendo. You have no fucking crescendo. You don't have a fucking climax to the angle. Man, I don't know what the fuck are you even in this business for? Why the fuck do you even have a television show if you can't book a simple fucking long-term storytelling? You can't pay off to that. You don't hate this fucking company, you don't hate Triple H enough, you don't hate the fucking creative team enough. Fuck them, burn them to hell. They should fucking be ashamed of themselves. They are fucking clueless. They don't know how to book shit straight up, even now, I feel like. The whole audience of one with Vince, oh, there's an audience of one. Motherfucker, there ain't no audience of one. There is your old fucking creative team who's fucking clueless and doesn't know how to book shit. And just wastes our time with all these talent for no fucking reason. Especially the Wyatt Six. Let me not fucking forget about them. We went over this already. Again. Burn the fucking creative team. I would rather fucking fire them myself. They should be fucking ashamed of themselves for all of this. All of this. Especially for the Wyatt Six. I'm gonna give you the reasons why where you're just stupid to let all these people go. And also for the Kyrie bullshit. Straight up. A storyline that they had a payoff, they should have had a payoff to, they chose not to have a payoff to, and wasted our fucking time on long-term storytelling, their Marvel's great fucking cinematic storytelling. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. You ain't even making jerk-off Snyderverse. We'll take a break. We're back at it for the AEW Dynasty. We covered all this shit, chat. There's nothing more news on the shows. I mean, what is there more left? Discuss. We're back at it again. Stay tuned for this. We'll be back at it again for AEW Dynasty on the show, I think. Because again, I don't think we have got much news here, chat. Again, I'm not going to lose sleep over this, but again, I have problem with, again, doing ridiculous things and not fucking having a payoff to it. Long-term storytelling, as we say, and nothing towards it. That's my problem, exactly. No fucking payoff for Io, and no payoff for Asuka and Kyrie. I don't know what the fuck I'm at. I don't know why the fuck we invest our time into this product, into this company. Fuck them. Fuck the creative team. Fuck them to hell. Burn them. Burn every fucking creative team in WWE. They're fucking brain dead, clueless idiots who can hack shit, who can book shit, who can write not even a fucking jerk off Zack Snyder verse script. Marvel movies, writing fucking Marvel movies. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, we'll be checking some new news here. Here and there, some more wrestling news. There's not much to do in the fucking releases. Again, I'm still seriously not fucking over with this Kyrie bullshit, dude. It's like, how could you? It's making my blood boil. It's like, how the fuck could you waste our time and just be okay with it? You're just okay with it. You think it's just okay with it. No, it's not okay. It wasn't okay when Vince did it. Vince never told long-term storytelling, let's be real. Vince's shit was never long-term storytelling at all. But you do. Levesque, Triple H, you do. Paul, and your creative writing team does. And Ed Koski, Michael Hayes, Bruce Pritchard. You do. So, again, it goes all on the fucking writing team at the end of the day, chat. It does. Like, I don't know how could they be this fucking stupid to not give us the payoff. It was just so simple. It was so simple. It's so relatable how much time she went through. It took a long time. Like, anybody can relate to this. But we just need a fucking payoff, man. We just need a fucking payoff. Maybe then you would have fired her. I would not be as mad, but you didn't give us a fucking payoff. And you fired her. You wasted our time, basically. Every Monday. Investing our emotion into this feeling of having things done to us personally or whatever. Being like a teacher tormenting us emotionally, abusive emotional blackmailing, emotional torment from a senpai. And you have a fucking crescendo to reach that climax where the student eventually fucking, fed up with a senpai. It will be a real emotion. Like it's a lot of things. It's like real life, honestly. It was perfect. You just had to give us the fucking payoff. If they would have fired her and given us the payoff already, I would not be as pissed here talking about this shit. But the fact that they wasted our time investing our emotions into this shit for no fucking reason to give us no fucking payoff is ludicrous, and they should be ashamed of themselves. They should be fucking all fired. And Triple H, I hope he gets fired in the next month, hopefully. Let's be real, yeah, he made the cuts, okay? Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Alright, that's not much news to here look at, is there? There's not as much news. We already went over a lot of shit. Dan Housen's merch is doing good. Ric Flair situation with Ric Flair, chat? We want to go over Brock Lesnar? I don't think I have to go to Brock Lesnar. Really? Do I have to? Maybe I might go. But, I'll say about Brock is that he is. He quote unquote retired from wrestling, I guess. In what terms you want to believe it is. He did in terms of quote unquote being retired. And I mean, whatever, and then, people again, the thing that people just cannot put themselves through is like, how can he? Because I mean, Saudi Mania, SummerSlam Minneapolis, his hometown, it's like. So I don't know what to say about this really, other than I'm not a huge Brock Lesnar fan. I ain't one, so I could not be too fucking obsessed with this point. I'm not too fucking interested in this. And I don't know what happens with Brock. He returns or he retires. I think it'd be better that he retires and he goes off into the sunset. It felt like an emotional moment, and it felt like he passing the torch to Oba, and Oba's the next big thing. The ruler has arrived. That's how you fucking do it. That's how I would do it, honestly, if you book something. We're going with some news from Fightful. Interesting. Triple H says he fired Hogan or Terry. Andrew Yang was out there saying, it seems like TKO screwed up WWE and WrestleMania with ads and celebs. Trish Stratus, chat, names her favorite WrestleMania moment. Let's see what's her favorite WrestleMania moment. I would like to know this too. WrestleMania 39. Okay, WrestleMania 22 makes sense. Probably that match, the feud. I understand it. Must be. I mean, she got her fucking crotch licked, or her crotch, fucking tinkled. Makes sense. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm not fucking shocked that Ivy I am shocked that Ivy Nile didn't get fucking released, honestly, chat. Wow, look at the names here about that, honestly. There was a collision segment between Ospreay and Moxley. Now, chat, we might watch this live. There's not much news really on Fightful. Not much to give us. Except we got Andrew Yang again, who said, it seems TKO really screwed up WWE and WrestleMania with ads and celebs. I mean, Andrew Yang, I believe you're fucking right, buddy. You're 100% right about that. No lies detected. Right there. Again, good to know I'll be going live on Monday for what I said. It's Monday. Yeah, it will be Monday. I'll be going live on Monday for SmackDown after Mania. Tune in for that. SmackDown after Mania. I'll be going live on Monday for that. I've given you all the spoilers I had to for that, honestly. I don't need to give you more. Good thing from Andrew Yang to hear this, honestly. Paige says that we dream to have a Fortnite skin. Wow, Paige. Good for you, I guess. Got some Ric Flair news, I believe. Shows majorly about releases. Evil has signed with WWE, chat. Good to know. WWE sources did not seem to remember Ric Flair's issue with Ludwig Kaiser. Earlier this week, Flair claimed that he wasn't invited to WrestleMania 42, and after an incident of WrestleMania 42, he threatened to beat up Kaiser. Definitely started by former remarks being made for Charlotte Flair in the middle of Charlotte's feud with Tiffany. Bro, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Seriously? Bro, Rick is fucking just an old hag, fucking drunk ass, fucking, I don't know. Old fuck. What should I say? Good here, Jade Cargill's hoping for a rematch with Ripley because I think they can fucking deliver if they give them fucking room and time. And Evil has been signed with WWE for quite some time now. So let's see where it happens. Evil, you know, was an IWGP World Champion, so we'll see what happens. I mean, probably ended up in a fucking NFT faction, which fuck off with that. I don't want to see any of that, but you know, Stephen A. Smith and Danhausen. Smith and Danhausen is quite a thing now, huh? Stephen A. Smith. Freaking Stephen A. Smith and Danhausen chat. Now, I don't know what the whole thing was. It was something like he fucking stole his blimp or whatever. I'll go read more into it. Danhausen makes headline with Stephen A. Smith. Since Stephen A. Smith and New York Knicks and game sales in New York have both lost huge theater, no surprise for any NBA fans. Stephen Smith apologies to Danhausen will think maybe possibly pondering lifting your curse and not saying Stephen is I'm a budget for damn Danhausen, not damn the curse or no curse the Knicks have no business with these to all talks. How good the IM teams no business the Knicks is to roll a period president. Bro, Stephen Smith is a fucking rage bait. He's very presumptuous. Preserved a bit too much. Interesting. BG Ray. Which I want to talk about a little bit of this segment here. We're gonna go off that then. AEW Collision. So let's see what Moxley had to say about when they carried Osprey. What the fuck?
She's good.
What the fuck am I watching?
What is it, your breaking my neck? When you go to the ring, when you get up in the morning, where are you trying to go? Who are you trying to be?
So they basically bring her, they take her on, of Dynamite chat, if it was covered on unscripted kayfabe. They fucking take her out, it's confusing as fuck. Now we have a little understanding of what this is. What basically they fucking like carry them into the fucking backstage or something.
What is it you're accomplish? Other than breaking my neck. When you go to the ring, when you get up in the morning, where are you trying to go? Who are you trying to be? What is it you're chasing? I don't think you know the answers to those questions anymore.
He just felt a confirmed rage.
Almost 7 years ago, I saw you for the first time. The power you wield, the ability you have. But this, your body, flesh, blood, muscle, bone, it will break eventually. You can try to run through the brick wall as many times as you want. The wall's not going anywhere. But if you step back and realize there's a door, you can walk right through it and become whoever you want on the other side. This, trained, honed properly, will not break.
I'm trying to like this,
You take
but
dominion.
I don't know what the fuck Mox's character has become.
Mind. We can turn you into a weapon like professional wrestling has never seen. This thing has got to come to a head one way or another. We can settle up. And you can be just like everybody else, my friend, right? Or you can become everything you were meant to be. Your choice.
Okay, this is real good. Honestly.
Yeah. Go.
This was interesting. The Swerve's eye kind of popped out of his fucking socket. This was pretty interesting. So we got some payoff here for Moxley. I like this. It felt very dark and gritty. Felt cool. Well, I liked it. I think they're really fixing Collision. I might be going live for Collision soon. We'll see. It gives me hopes to check out Collision live eventually. We'll see. I think we'll have more fun watching Collision than we have Friday nights. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. But that's the case for that show. We're back for a 3 hours and the 10 minutes. 3 hours and 10 minutes tops. We'll be back. Here on the Wrestle with Spades. Your Wrestling with Spades podcast. Wrestle with Spade podcast. We're back. See you in a bit.
Powered by Riverside FM. Powered by Riverside.
Powered by Riverside. Powered by Riverside. Powered by Riverside. Powered by Riverside. Powered by Riverside. Powered by Riverside. Powered by Riverside. Powered by Riverside.
Well, we're back at it. Back at it, indeed. We covered a lot of things on the show. We did. We legit. I gotta go get some water, chat. Throat's killing me. Covered a lot of shit on the show. It's the longest podcast I've ever done. Has to be. Straight up. You check on the history books of the show. It's one of the longest podcasts ever done. And this recording one was an hour longer, so. It is. And it's been 2 months since we were done the Wrestling and Spades podcast. We're going 4 hours, probably. We're not. We're not going 4 hours. I don't know. But again, I really like that Will Ospreay promo, or Will Ospreay on Moxley thing. I was saying, should I like it? Because I'm trying to understand Moxley's character here. But again, at least you got some explanation here. Why did they just take them to the fucking backstage? I loved it. This was great storytelling. It was. This was great storytelling. Now we see a feel from Will Ospreay to feel what he feels, and can he be that fucking motherfucker? Can he be that guy? Let's go over AEW Dynasty, the pay-per-view, and I think we talked about everything on the show. Let's talk about Ric Flair. He says, never forget I'm the coolest motherfucker in the room. And he has a photo of Post Malone. Ric Flair's argument with the racial small time of 600 marginalization boys so highly controversial was accused of horrible things of pain right from hell. Interesting comments. Yahoo Sports is what it's given here. Ric Flair's, I didn't get invited to WrestleMania last year and turned into beat up. Okay, they already went over this. I went, okay, I need your number. I got it, which I can. I get any number and any minute of any day. I call it, and I called Kaiser, and I said, hey, when I see you, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And so he went like a little bit to hold Hunter, and I was allowed to go. He just, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck did he just say here? Even though I'm not there, I know everything because I know everybody. There should be a red carpet for me, front row. And I talk to them about it, my contribution to this business and the work I've put in hours and hours and hours trying to make thing that is today. And I've had problems with politics. Give me a break. Come on, I'm not mad at anybody, but I understand it's politics now. It's too much politics and not enough wrestling. I agree with that. What he said right there, I fucking agree with that. It's too much politics in professional wrestling. People acting like fucking spoiled little bitches, spoiled little brats, little kids out there. And it's not wrestling. It's too much. Too much fucking being little kids, not being grown ass men running a business. Egos. One on the other company. Too many egos. Sure, he spoke to Ric Flair with a wide variety of issues. He talked reels out of time, deep conversations. The Nature Boy made strange comments when he ripped. Detrimental when he ripped on former wrestlers started and remarked that he had Donald Trump's phone number. The usual remarks, however, we say for Tiffany Stratton, the then boyfriend, Ludwig Kaiser, who he blamed for getting him banned from WrestleMania 42. They had the thing where Tiffany made smart remarks about Ashley's divorce, which we both, let's begin real quick. They had the thing, the Tiffany made some smart remarks about Ashley's divorces, which we both said she's not smart enough to have written. Somebody gave her the script. He implied that he wouldn't bum off Ashley. Okay, I need your number, and I got it because now I can get anyone's number. I want to admit it. Dad called him and said, "I'm gonna see. I'm going to beat the shit out of you." He went like a little bitch. Told Hunter I wasn't allowed to go. He's going to really go so far in the business. 76-year-old tell a 24-year-old kid that he's going to kick his ass where he's now, and is he even on the roster? Little punk. Flair has no idea that El Grande, Kaiser's trying to El Grande, is he on the roster, you little punk? Bro, Ric Flair has become that old yeller. Old yeller is what Ric Flair has become. He's old yeller. These fucking comments from Rick are fucking hilarious. They're comedy gold. They're fucking delusional as fuck. And they're just fucking comedy gold. That's it. They're hilarious. Yeah, they're just fucking funny. They're funny comments from Ric Flair. They're just funny fake ass comments. People think Adam Cole and Jay White were gonna show up to fucking Dynasty. Come on, we're gonna be covering Dynasty, but no, they were not gonna show up. This is funny here. MJF, little joke here. MJ recounted a story and appearance of the Adam Finland show. If Pilot walks up to him and he says, "Goes, Prince Friedman went flying you back home," and shows proceedings. The AEW champ explained, adding that the kind of a thing that wasn't out of ordinary as he would often be united flying jet with AEW or Tony Khan. Then MJF then went to thank Khan for arranging the private jet. His email was done so he could fly home to see his father. I find my boss after this pilot says this to me. I knock on his door. He opens the door and he goes, "Max, yeah, it's me." Oh, Max, yeah, it's me. I want you to know that how much time this means to me. The fact you're trying to fly me back to my dad as soon as possible after he had the heart attack. So I admitted that when he was the fake pilot admitted what he was up to once he was found. Turned on Khan had booked a jet for MJF, at which point he and Creedy Marshall returned to Foxfire to see what's going on. Creedy goes, "So, who did you say hired you again?" He goes, "Tony Khan." We go, "Okay, are you sure about that?" And the security comes and they grab this guy. Creedy goes, "Wait a minute, we'll let you stay if you show us your pilot license." The guy, I shit you not, does this. I left her at home. Well, it's not even the scariest part yet. Upon learning the man wasn't who he was, security took him away. When asked, he was planning to do. Apparently, he admitted that he planned to abduct MJF. The AEW star noted that it was a while ago. AEW has the time, but the hate for MJF is so brutal. Want to fucking abduct him. Although that did pin blame for potential abductor getting backstage and building security. It's a really bizarre story in the world of pro wrestling. MJF was about to be abducted by a fucking fake pilot. Imagine that. Holy shit, just fucking imagine that. Holy fuck, come on. Yeah. Let's look at drastic changes from AEW Dynasty 1 year ago. A lot of change in 1 year. That is especially true in the world of professional wrestling. AEW is approaching 2026 Dynasty pay-per-view, which while we see MJF defend the AEW World title against Kenny Omega, John Moxley going to war with Will Ospreay and much more. Though when looking back at each AEW Dynasty 1 year ago, it was safe to say there's a lot different in the company right now. Yeah, it did. Yeah, AEW Tag Team Division is much better. It was shit last year. Yeah, Megan Bain went from challenger to champion. Sure, Adam Cole's on to an AEW. It was a waste of everybody's fucking time. I feel like a dead ass crowd for that match. Ice cold Death Fighters to Death Red Hot. Bro, this show sucked. This Dynasty is the worst. AEW Dynasty in 2025 is the worst fucking pay-per-view. They have redeemed Dynasty. Dynasty is gonna be going down as the best pro wrestling show. It's contender night right now for the best pay-per-view. The pro wrestling show I have seen this entire year is AEW Dynasty. Number 2 is Revolution, and then I'll put WrestleMania right there next to it. Maybe I think people will stand and deliver, rather. WrestleMania was pretty good overall. Much better than 41. Right, I've already went over the releases. Oh, this was a fun one. In the last part of the show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynasty, and then we're out of here covering the show for AEW Dynasty. This might be a little part of the show in terms of might be giving you the AEW Dynasty logo. Apparently I can do this. I wish I could. That's just fucking awful. I'm sad that I can't really do this. Pretty much, chat. AEW Dynasty kicks off now in terms of actually no, not yet. Not yet. A mini unscripted kayfabe, you call it. You know? A mini unscripted kayfabe is right here. Going over Dynasty, AEW Dynasty. I feel like, I mean, it takes a lot to fucking put an effort to just cover the entire fucking show. I feel like, hey, let's give AEW more, you know, criticisms there too for them, but let's give them more flowers here and there too. Let's have them give them flowers more. So I was like, let's go for that, chat. I was like, let's go for that, honestly. I would not mind that. I would not be upset doing that for AEW. I won't. So where are we giving fucking flowers to AEW, I guess, now? You know, before this, we might go over Pat McAfee. This one is coming from Dave Meltzer from F4W1.com, F4Wonline.com, the Wrestling Observer's newsletter. Dave Meltzer. Figure 4 online. Coming directly from that. Yes, Pat McAfee's decision for WWE's storyline to end. Pat McAfee had been planned to team with Randy Orton against Jelly Roll and Cody Rhodes at Backlash. However, the Rhodes defeated Orton and eventually led to nothing. So it's Pat McAfee. With Pat McAfee thing, he opted out, so that's what actually led to everything changing, Meltzer said. That's why the tag team match from Backlash was taken off, Orton McAfee against Jelly Roll and Cody Rhodes. Would Cody Rhodes not be okay for Backlash anyway? You know with that eye. Online, Jelly Roll sent a message back saying it's time for both of them to get back what they're good at. Also said Jelly Roll and McAfee were aware of the backlash the fans were getting, so stood up with involvement at WrestleMania. They were consent that they've been this set of celebrities in wrestling and both the realms of wrestling. I think they realized that negative sentiment about it, and they listened and they understood and they saw the fan side of it. That's what led to this. Meltzer continued nothing like this while he doesn't know each exact reason McAfee pulled out. Belief in WWE was due to fan reaction, and I was told that belief was it was due to reaction that pulled out. Anything else? Meltzer only then more information. Shown Education for Wrestling Observer's newsletter. I guess that's great. Pat McAfee got fucking pulled out. Or he did pulled out. I don't know. What? I mean, he already knew this shit sucked, then why the fuck you signed up for it for the first place? That big blood, that fucking money from TKO was just too fucking good, huh? From Ari Emanuel to stick stuck his dick, Pat. Good job. I went over this WWE fucking shit. We went over every fucking report. We covered everything on the wrestling. We've gone for, it's been 2 months. I think it was worth it to go 4 hours at least on this show. AEW Dynasty is what we cover now. We cover AEW Dynasty, chat. Alex Winza versus Marina Shafir. I did not watch this match. It was fucking on pre-show. Sorry, didn't watch this match. Pre-shows doesn't count. 0-hour matches don't count. We're cutting that out. Jack Pierce and Mark Davis on a pre-show match. Didn't watch it too. Sorry, Camille versus Big Annie. Didn't watch that too. Camille won. And we got a match between her and Willow next week after that. Jack Purvis and Mark Davis, again a match I didn't watch. Shocker. Dominion versus High-End Maya World. 0 hour. Didn't watch this match. The show kicked off with Kazuchika Okada and the Young Bucks. Let's go over this. This is fucking great. We're going to go over actually the entire show, which I didn't watch, but let's know more about it. Let's go over the 0 hour too. Let's have fun. Fuck it. Really fuck it. Honestly, I don't care. Sit back and just cover the show live. And this is the AEW Dynasty post-show review. More than anything, this is the AEW Dynasty post-show review. You can see up on the screen that it's very well the AEW Dynasty post-show review. So we're going to be going over everything on the show. The first match of the night, the 0 hour kicked off, which I didn't watch again, chat, but I'm going to go over it for the sake of going over it. It doesn't matter. Alex Windsor versus Marina Shafir. Last time, actually, Brawling Bird defeated Tekla. It wasn't the Brawling Bird, Lyra too, whatever. And Marina Shafir collision April 11th. The pre-show got underway. Alex Windsor taking on the Death Threats. Marina Shafir, when the bell rang, they ran each other and they started throwing punches. The fight was pretty even until Shafir went after Windsor's arm to start wearing her down for a submission. They took the fight out of the ring. Shafir threw her into the barricade and continued to inflict damage. This looks like a pretty cool spot in this match. In recent months, Shafir's growth has been ring performance has been going to much fun. There's nothing more left for traditional pro wrestler seems to use. In recent months, Shafir's growth has been in ring performer has been or fun to watch. There's use MMA stuff. She feels like a well-rounded worker who knows her strengths and leans into them. This match had a couple small bumps in the roads, but had a vast majority of what they looked good. Windsor prevailed and got in the pins to score the win. Pretty good match, looks like to be. Windsor's a current New Japan Strong Champion. I didn't know that. She beat Mercedes for it. Last action, Camille. The action last time was October 30th, 2024. Over the pre-show, Camille had made a surprising return to attack Willow Nightingale, preventing her from continuing our push out for the TBS Championship. Camille even then on the local talent named Big Annie. A local talent Big Annie. This was a squashy and squash can be. Camille got the win under 8 minutes, but Willow came looking for payback. Camille took advantage of Willow still being injured from the previous attack and took her way out of the vicious and with the vicious series of strike. Okay, we know that who the next challenger will be for the team. As we already knew, this was a pretty okay match. Jack Perry and Mark Davis. They're fucking loving Mark Davis on Dynamite, honestly. Aren't they? They're fucking loving the guy. They're like pushing him straight up. It's goddamn ridiculous. But like, calm the fuck down. It's fine. The over embellish of Mark Davis. Jack Perry and Mark Davis moving on from this without the cover at the end of the day, too. Last time in action, Don Callis family defeated Jack Perry, Darby Allin, Bandito, Dynamite April 8th. National Championship was the first title defending on the Sunday when Jack Perry put the belt on the line against Mark Davis. Junkzilla looked focused again, angry as began throwing Perry across the ring. Jungle Jack failed to focus with his shoulder blocks. He could rethought his punch and used his speed to strike. Did some strikes. This was a classic David Scott match, but Perry got in enough offensive not to feel like a complete underdog. Davis definitely had the upper hand on more of the other, and it wasn't a one-sided contest. Jungle Back was getting another hard counter pinning combination. They caught Davis off guard. This was a solid entertaining match. To top to bottom. Perry defeated Davis. Yeah, well, what else? The Divinians. Maya and High-End World. Interesting chat. Last time in action, Divine Dominion was a squash match. The Dominion biggest opportunities in saying the AEW. Last time in action, Dominion was a squash match. High and Man got the biggest opportunity in saying the AEW, and they Megan mainly across. Lena tried to take control immediately, but Maya got enough of it and had to tag out almost. Lee Hyan came in and nailed the drop kick to continue the challenger's momentum. The match got more competitive from the point at both teams from turning from controls, and they were ignoring the rules and keep non-legal competitors in the ring for too long. Hyan put in a fantastic fight, but the champions were too much to overcome. Cross and Bane was the victory in the 0 Hour pre-show. This was a pretty okay match, whatever match. This was good, and this was just also pretty okay. And this was good. Holy shit, chat. I'm exhausted. Young Bucks versus Konosuke Takeshita. Great fucking match. Straight up. Nothing more to say. Last time in action, Bucks defeated Takeshita in a collision for Okada and Myron Reed. Formalized went to battle in the opening match of the show. Naked Matt Jackson took on the good old people. A couple appearing on Konosuke and Kuzuka. The IWGP TV Championship has been against Nick. Takeshita has every really empowered. A few weeks before making a tag to Okada for a double sequence, they shook hands and seemed willing to work together for the sake of the match. The Did nobody able to shock her? What the fuck? Bucks versus Takeshita and Okada was fucking great. The greatest fucking no-breaker. Jericho versus Ricochet was fucking great. The line installed, the move. Jericho looked like it was fucking young and gunning and fucking great. Andrade and Darby Allin was a fucking great-ass match. FTR and Coke was incredible. Andrade was incredible. This was fucking just as good at best. Tackless Jamie was fucking great. John Moxley was fucking incredible. But the Dogs conglomeration was just whatever. MJF versus Kenny Omega was fucking great. That's it. This show was, to me, the most perfect professional wrestling show they could have put out there, and they fucking delivered. That's it, guys. I'm not chat. I'm not gonna be covering on this show. I don't. And we gotta go hit the hay and get out of here, chat. This is it for the unscripted. This is it for the Wrestle with Spade podcast. I'm out of here. Peace. So, chat, we're out of here. This is a great discussion we've had. But that's it. We're out of here. This was the AEW Dynasty pay-per-view review. This show was fucking great. It was incredible. It was the best pay-per-view I've seen. I'm too tired to fucking give you more information. Covering the entire fucking show match by match. No, can't do that. I'm out of here, chat. This is Wrestle with Spade podcast. I'm out of here. Peace.